necklace, and then just have, I'd probably buy a couple and then put 3 because we like odd numbers.
Yeah.
So I put the 3 of them, stack them on some nice sterling silver Viking knit. I mean, it would be high end, but it would be...
So high end, but so stunning. Just these on that chain I brought to you. The chain I brought for you earlier on. You know.
Yeah.
Just on there.
Yeah, and that would be, you could buy a couple of those, layer them up, and then just have those in the middle. You know, they're beautiful, just as they are, like you say, on a bracelet, charm, anything like that.
I just love the idea, and one thing I will point out is, because it's such a large section within it.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need. How pretty is that? Isn't that stunning? And that chain is absolutely gorgeous as well. I like the depth of it as well, and also that you get the little kind of heart, little flash of a little love heart there.
If you went to a shop and saw that in a shop, you'd be looking at a lot of money.
Wow, absolutely.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
And you can put it together like that so quickly. And again, it's, for me, a classic gift for somebody. You know that anybody would love that.
Yeah, you do. Anyone who's an Aquarius, anyone who's born in February, anyone who loves the colour purple, anyone who just loves amethyst, anyone who just really likes those well-known charm bracelets. You know, the amount of people that are with this, it's just beautiful, I think.
It really is. It's beautiful. And like you say, if you put, I mean, it's that little heart detail, I think, finishes it off. And it's something you wouldn't want to put anything with it. You would want to keep it as it is.
Yeah, absolutely, I would. £12.95. Do check out those baskets for me when you have the opportunity to do so. 925 sterling silver charm with all of those. And I'll just count the amethyst for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on there you've got. Hey Dee, she says, got this charm the other day. Can't believe how big the gems are. Dee, you're absolutely right. They are mammoth. They are huge. They're actually the size of it that you might expect in a ring, but on each one, aren't they? They're huge. You're right, Dee. Really good point to make there. Okay, everyone, not hardly many of those left at all, so I'm going to move on really quickly. Chain. Amethyst chain, which is going to go wonderfully with the charm I've just brought you. Let me just show you. I've put it back, but I'll pop it back on. Oh, that looks so lovely because it's got a real nice sort of two-tone effect. Hey up. Yeah, it's like a two-tone effect. What do you think? Oh, even from there I like it. Do you? I think that looks just so pretty. Yeah. It doesn't look like someone will have come up with that design themselves. It looks like something that should already exist.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And why doesn't it exist? Yeah. Why not? But imagine if you got given that as a gift on Valentine's Day. You'd feel really special, wouldn't you? Yes. Oh my gosh. I get excited when someone buys me someone bought me some kebab. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if someone buys me a kebab, I'm basically their best friend. Oh, we've got a kebab shop around the corner from us. Good story. So you've got here your sterling silver chain, and it's got the amethyst on top of it. All of these individual connectors just giving so much colour and brightness, but a lot of workmanship, isn't it? Oh, it's ridiculous workmanship on that. And obviously the waste of your wire, the time to actually sit and do it. Are they wrapped loops as well? They are double. Yeah, so, I mean, that in itself, the time to actually get to do that and to build that length up, that's just fair play. Yeah, fair play. Love that, just fair play. 1 meter's worth you have here, and just got to say, now, at this moment in time, you've got 36 chances, because of all the people who've checked out. That's not a lot of chances. Your price for it today is £40.95 for an entire meter's worth. Now, even if you were just to buy a meter's worth of our sterling silver chain, that's around the £20 mark. Just for a meter's worth. And obviously you've used more than a metre because you've got all the double wrap loops. And then you've got the gemstones to go on top of it. Like my mum always says, you couldn't make it for that. You couldn't. You couldn't, not if you factored in your time. And obviously there's also that wastage as well, because when you're cutting to do those links, you know, you've got to cut a little bit, so you're going to be wasting your wire. Yeah. You know, for me, it's there. It's there. Just take advantage of it. That's what I would be doing. Yeah.
So what you could do, if you wanted to, go a bit loop, go a bit wild. Oh, there's 5. Go a bit wild if you wanted to. Get yourself probably about 3 of these you'd need, and then use something like that connector to give a stunning
layered effect.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. Wouldn't that look nice? You could do that so simply, and you could do that as a necklace and a bracelet, and you would only need sort of 3 of these. You were doing that next. Dee, we've worked together too long. Oh, we're here. It's like one mind shared between the two of us. We're going to do these connectors next, actually, and they do work perfectly well, don't they?
Yeah, really well.
So simple to work with. Not many of that chain left if you want it. You know what, today, less than 10 of them available. I can't remember where that came from. Okay, I'm going to bring to you these connectors now. Tell me what's great about connecting clasps like the ones that we've got here.
Like you say, they just give you a lot more scope with your designs. They enable you to create multi-layered lengths of like necklaces, even bracelets, you know, and it's just a really, really handy tool, not tool, component, yeah, to have. It makes your life a lot easier, and it looks professional.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I think is quite important, because you can sort of make your own with wire. You
can, yeah.
But A, it's probably not going to be in 925, and B, it's not going to look like this, is it?
No, and again, that's classic. So it means that it's not going to overpower your jewellery as well. So if you've got like those beautiful amethysts, you know, you're going to be drawn to the amethyst, not necessarily to the wire connectors, but it's just got that professionalism.
You are right. And one thing I would mention to you is, you see where this extender is at the moment? You can see it says 95 on the bar at the bottom, doesn't it? But it also says 95 on that little section, that little, the little kind of teardrop at the top. It says 95 on there as well. So if maybe you wanted to actually use this as a tassel, which you could, hanging just a few gemstones off it, you can actually use the extender chain on something else, couldn't you?
I just had an idea.
Okay, go on. I do love it when you show off. Oh, I've just had an idea.
You could stamp onto those connectors. Oh. So you could stamp, and I was just thinking, if you were doing a bridal piece, you could do multi-layered pearls or something, and then you could stamp the name of the bride and groom.
Oh, this is a whole other level now.
That's obviously brilliant. If they got quite short names. But, yeah, you know, or the initials or the date or something like that. The date would be really sweet.
So special.
Just something that makes it personal to you.
That's so thoughtful.
Yeah, I have my moments.
Yeah. I've got this connect here for you. Big amount of precious metal in it. One price point. You all ready for this? £7.95, and that does include the lobster claw clasp, and that does include the extender as well, and it does include just so many of the goodies and high-end look because of the amount of sterling silver that's in there. So a really, really special deal. Okay, do check out when you have the opportunity. 3.50 grams worth of your precious metal in there. Whey! 23 of them left for you at $7.95. It is a very special deal, and like I say, you know, it's like a pendant or whatever drop.
Yeah, definitely. It's really cool.
Can I just quickly show you something else? Star by about 15 minutes, 10, 15. Ooh. Lush. Tanzanite. This is coming up for you only about 10 or so minutes. Between 10 and 15, let's be safe, let's say around 11 minutes and 42 seconds, approximately. This is just a beauty, and that's going to be coming up for you really shortly, and it'd be really nice with these sterling silver. Just to let you know, if everyone does want to get their hands on that, they do need to start checking out their baskets on it. 17 opportunities left. It's not enough, really, but hopefully you'll be able to get it if you want it. Where did you say, lovely lass? Chain. You're going to love it. You've seen this before?
No, I don't know. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a bit nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coated spinel.
That's very nice.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love that we've got so much sparkle on it. I love that you've got that tearless look, super sparkly. It's like as if spinel's not sparkly enough, let's pop some even sparkly on top to make double the sparkle and gleam. It's beautiful, isn't it?
That is beautiful. And you know those connectors that you had that you were saying?
I recall.
You could use them as earring findings and then put different lengths.
Great idea.
Dance.
I like the dance as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
That helps. It helps as well. But yeah, love that. You could do drapes of these from there. Little waterfall or actual drapes from one side of the connector to another.
Yeah. Look at you.
Oh, thanks. This is your sterling silver, and it has got all of those beautiful spinel upon there. You've got around about 3 grams worth of this sterling silver, which is a huge amount. And what we're going to be bringing to you today is a very, very special deal. Don't forget, with my black spinel, when I'm bringing it to you alone at $11.95 for a black spinel, you should be over the moon. But the fact I'm on top of that, bringing you all of that precious metal, that is something special.
That is crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
It is though, it's silly because actually when you think about it, again, you know, you've got around a meter's worth of this, but every single section of it is double wrap loop. So when we talk about section, I mean on either side of the gemstone, that's double wrap loops. So that essentially has taken around about 1.5 meters worth of wire to make, maybe even close to 2 meters worth of wire. How much is our sterling silver 925 wire? Well, it's normally about £20. So,
and it's the time to make that much. Oh my goodness. So you can imagine me trying to pick the little beads up and then put them on the wire. I would get frustrated. But if those connectors were what, say they were like $7.95?
Yeah, £8-ish.
So the whole set would be under 20, and you would charge more than that for a pair of earrings or necklace made. I mean, you know, it's just.
It's easy, simple, professional looking, and a bargain.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a very special deal. Slight queue on the phone lines, Dion said to me earlier, but only around about 35 seconds, so don't worry, we will be with you. Call centre, they're only down the road, and I tell you what, super duper helpful. They really are. They are lovely. I always like ringing them up. I always ring them when I've got no reception, though. You know, when you've only got a bit of reception, and you can hear them clearly, but they can't. And you're going, hello, hiya, yeah, can I have the, hello, and you start doing that strange noise, and they're very patient, and they stay on the phone line until you've got reception, and you start doing that thing where you go on your tiptoes. Is that better now? Is that better? Now? Oh, hiya, you're all right, yeah. They're so lovely. Honestly, I've probably done that with about 6 or 7 different call team members. Because the reception on my phone isn't always that great, and they're always so patient, and they don't just hang up on you, and they hang around, and they are so useful, and they're so lovely as well. So and very, very knowledgeable too. If you do have any questions, I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. £11.95 on these ones for you. After you treat yourself to these, many of you multi-purchases as well, which is nice to see. £11.95 for all of that spinel, for all of that stunning sparkle. What?
Oh, sparkle.
Did I say that funny?
Yeah.
I felt like I went a bit you by accident.
Do you say I speak funny?
No, well, really hard to get yourself out of this. What do I say? Because I mean yes.
Just say it.
Sparkle.
No, you can't do
Sparkle.
it. Sparkle.
Sparkle. That's it.
It's the R. Think of farmer. R. Sparkle.
You ever thought about doing teaching Bristolian little feature DVDs? No?
There's a dictionary to talk Brizzle.
Brizzle?
Brizzle, yeah.
Is that, what's Brizzle?
B-R-I-Z-Z-E-L.
Brizzle.
Or Ellie.
Is that like scouse? Something we say scouse?
Yeah, Brizzle. Yeah, I'll see if I can find one for you, bring it in.
All right, yeah, please do. Please do. I want to see that.
Bristol speak.
Bristol speak.
Proper Gert Lush.
Gert Lush. I know Gert Lush.
You know Gert Lush.
I do. I knew that one. $11.95 for you today with these. It's just a meter's worth that you're getting in total, and it's just $11.95, which is genuinely a bit of a shocker. Moving on, and I've got to say the next one's going to go really, really well, because the amount of colours you've just seen in that spinel, which is just dancing across the surface, you can see in this abalone. Perfect. Perfect, again, for Valentine's Day. I know we're chatting about it loads. Valentine's Day, some people absolutely love and adore it. Some people really couldn't care less, could they? No. Either way, they are great for Valentine's Day. But also, they're lovely for flowers. They're lovely for just giving to friends, aren't they?
I would have them as earrings.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, I just think they're cool. I do like hearts.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got heart earrings in now.
Yeah, I've got heart earrings.
I just love them. I just think they're really cool.
What is it about the heart shape that you like?
I just think it's sweet.
Yeah.
But then you can still create shapes with it. So you can create like the bow tie effect. So put them point to point, and you'd have a bow tie. Put them the other way around.
Yeah.
And it's just create that sort of shape and textures.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Stop laughing at me.
No, I'm not. It's just my smiley face.
Smiley face.
Yeah, it's just my smiley face. I think that with these ones, it's lovely to be able to see amount of colour and beauty across the surface. I feel like we've not seen that much abalone recently. I feel like we haven't. We had loads of it for a bit, and then it halted. Yeah. We didn't see any. Again, if you want to get your hands on this one, today is your opportunity. It's beautiful, double-sided, of course, as we do here often. £9.95 for you today on this one here for a massive amount of your abalone. I mean, how much would you be selling for your pair of earrings that you suggested?
I mean, they're sizable, aren't they?
Huge.
They're actually quite sizable. So, I mean, for a pair of earrings, you probably have to say about £12, £13.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because they're sizable. And I'm basing that on thinking of if you went to a shop and you saw something like that, that's what you would pay.
Oh, easy.
And that's, I'm talking about like clothes shops, not even like jewellery shops.
Jewellery, yeah.
So I would have them as a pendant feature as well. Wire wrap around it, maybe make a wire heart around it and have that in the middle. Do you remember when we did our best friends BFFs?
Besties!
BFFs, and we did the hearts, didn't we? And we did the matching pendants.
Yeah.
And then you have them just with the heart inside. So something like that.
Yeah, still got mine. You still got yours.
Got mine. Oh.
Besties! Hello, Mary. Received my abalone heart yesterday. My first abalone, more special than I thought. Oh, Mary, I'm really glad you're happy with your purchase. And I'm really glad that you got your hands on abalone because it is a very special gem, as she quite rightly said, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just something magical about it.
Yeah, it is. It's so unique and individual, and it does kind of has almost a life to it in the way that the light isn't just, well, that's the light there. You know, so if you look in sort of this section, it looks white, doesn't it? And then it's pink, and then it's greeny, and then it's golden, and you know, it moves through it. It's just such a beautiful look. It really does. Well done to you all who are getting that. Not many of them left though, because we are running low on our abalone at the moment actually. £9.95 for you today. How do you feel about getting your hands on that special little treat I showed you? I'm going to do something very special for your star pie. Some of the biggest pieces of Tanzanite we've seen in quite some time. Some of the most colour change, as it were, that we've seen. Obviously, they're not colour change ones that we've got here, but they have got that opportunity, as I was holding them to the light, for them to go very purplish to more of a pinky tone actually. You've got in here so much surface area that light is just having so much fun within the gem. It means it sparkles, and it means that pleochrysm is just beaming throughout this gemstone. Oh, wow. There is something very, very special about this gemstone. Obviously the rarity of it is there, but also the just the pure beauty of it. The way that this, I think, is a very inspiring gemstone. Every time I look at this gem, because of the colouring, it makes me sort of it keeps me interested. It kind of entertains me in a sense.
It gets your attention, doesn't it?
It does. It totally and absolutely gets your attention, definitely. Possibly because it's super sparkly. You know, it's around about 1.72 RI on these, which means that it gives you so much sparkle to already hit the eye, in particular on these ones because they're faceted. You don't always get faceted Tanzanite. We've seen lots of nuggets recently. We've seen kind of, you know, plain ones recently. We don't always see faceted, so it's wonderful to have those facets upon there that give you so much of that light back to the eye, because it is naturally a high RI gemstone, but actually we've aided it, we've helped that to give you even more sparkle. And when you get a sparkle like that, what are you getting? Well, you're getting luminosity, you're getting brightness, you're getting freshness, you're actually almost getting a youthfulness, aren't you, of this kind of sparkle, this kind of twinkle in your eye. You know, it's got that bounce about it, if that makes sense. This strand is stunning because we very rarely see such big pieces as this. You know, these are very large pieces of your Tanzanite in the size of them, in the length of them. That means more surface area for more facets, more internal area for more light translation to give you more of those colours. If you've never ever owned a Tanzanite and picked it up and you've seen in a lot of them bluish violety pink tones, get this one to see exactly what quality can look like. Your price for it today, ladies and gents, and you start by. Should be. It's £27.95 for you on this today. The thing is, we keep saying Tanzanite is rare, Tanzanite is going, Tanzanite Mine D looks like it's closing down, and it could be 2 weeks away. It could be, you know, a year away, but it could genuinely be 2 weeks away till Mine D closes. If things continue at the same kind of, you know, heat as they are at the moment, then that could happen. And then we're dropping the prices. That's phenomenal, isn't it? Really is special.
And that's, like you say, that's sizable. I mean, again, pair of earrings. Imagine that on those fancy, on those leaves that we had at the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
Anything like that, it's just going to elongate and it's just going to make it look amazing. But I would choose them as an everyday pair. I'd have that special, simply wrapped on a shepherd hook, and that would be it. Some of the smaller ones, and that would be my little sort of feel a bit special.
Yeah, definitely. Feeling a bit special. And that's exactly what these will do, because you have that quality to really enjoy them. And when I'm looking, the amount of pinks and the amount of blues, it's just, wow, it is captivating, it truly is. And to bring it to you at that price is something very special. Get Tanzanite if you love it, and keep it if you really love it, because who knows what would happen to the price of it? Who knows? £27.95 on this one today. Very special gemstone, 80 carats worth. New, are you? 75 is your code on this one today, ladies and gentlemen. It is wonderful. It really is special. £27.95. That is genuinely astonishing when you think of it, for the workmanship and the carat weight on each one. Sarah, OMG. Sorry, but I need to tell you, I've just received a Jewellery Maker order. One of the items was Labradorite. I had loads of lab from you, but
It really is. You're like, but
this strand is above and beyond. I've never seen anything like it. Actually brought a tear to my eye. Several are multicoloured. Thank you so much, Jewellery Maker. Sarah, you're absolutely more than welcome. And we're so glad, honestly, the quality at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. And I have actually got some Labradorite coming up today. So do stay tuned. This, ladies and gentlemen, on my hand right now is your Tanzanite. £27.95. Now we could make you wait for the Labradorite, but what would be the point when I've got it right here? How many? Oh, I've got 9 chances. Right, come on in. You've heard it. You've heard it from Sarah herself. The quality of this is just phenomenal. Ask yourself this. From there, can you see Labradorescence? Because I can. That is phenomenal quality, isn't it? Look at the amount of colours you're getting. Blues, greens, pinks, tones actually at the bottom there. You're also getting the golden colours on this. Let me show you this stunning strand because it is something very special. It's something to behold. Just to let you know, 9 of these left. That's it. That's all my quantity. Once they're gone, they're gone. Our quality, in particular on our Madagascar and Labradorite, is just absolutely skyrocketed. You've got so much of that beautiful colour that you are just really feeling very mystical and magical when you're looking at this. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's just amazing. There is something about Labradorite that just gets me every time. I could just sit and look at it continuously. I just think it's amazing. And the quality on that is just stunning. It's just beautiful. It
really is something else. It's something very, very special indeed. If you want to get your hands on this, now's your opportunity to do so because the seam we've got at the moment of our Madagascar and Labradorite is epic, as you can see, but you know, it is just our seam at the moment. You've got to get it when you can. You really, really do, because you don't know. It's Mother Nature, isn't it? It's Mother Nature who decides how much we get and what the quality is going to be like. So get it whilst you can. Really do. Your price point today on this stunning £24.95 for you on that one. That is something else, isn't it?
That's amazing. I mean, that centre one is just beautiful, isn't it? It's just, imagine, again, you don't have to do anything. Going back to like that pendant that I did there, oops, I can't pick up. Imagine one of those as a drop on that.
Yeah.
And so you don't need to overcomplicate, well, you know, the stone itself.
Yeah.
You can just have that as the drop, and that would look beautiful with the copper as well.
It would, wouldn't it?
Would look
oh, well, anything would look good with copper, you were going to say, weren't you?
Yeah.
Predictable. But you're right. Predictable because you are completely right. Yeah, I just love it. Well done to you all. Oh, how many left now? Sorry. Probably about 4. So not many of those left at all. And, yeah, one of those eyelashes helped into my eye before when I tried to do my hand glasses. I can't believe I jammed myself in the eye with my thumb.
I can't believe you tried to do upside down hand glasses.
Yeah, before I was doing... Why was I even doing it? I was doing hand glasses.
Oh, it's because you had a message and it had a cool smiley face. So you decided to try and...
You're right, 10 points. You know what hand glasses are? I'm not going to do it because I injured myself, but when you do that and then put your glasses on with your hands, and I went, yeah, and then Laura went, well, you could just do this, and then made me look like a muppet. Insult to injury it was. Injury with the thumb in my eye. Then insult, maybe we'll just do that.
Makes sense.
Well done to you all getting this. 1 of those left now. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1 of those left now. Okay, we've got something very special indeed that is going to just set you alight if you love very, very fancy gemstones. This is your showstopper. We're about to do something absolutely silly now. I'm about to bring you a strand, which I've got to say is just eye-catching. Take a look. Wow. Fancy sapphire, ladies and gentlemen. This is something, this is something absolutely phenomenal in its status. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your hands on this, I'm going to give you the stats, as it were. I'm going to give you the stats. Totally and absolutely natural, not enhanced in any way whatsoever. You know, we haven't tripled this or doubleted this or filled it with lead. We haven't Fisher filled this. It's not even been dyed. This is totally and absolutely natural. This gemstone itself, don't forget, 95% of sapphires on the market will be treated, so very special to not have that at all. And the fact of the matter is that you can see inclusions in this. I'm not going to lie and chat to you about how they're totally and absolutely clear. They're not. There are inclusions within there. But that's fine, because do you know what? That proves that they're the real deal. Mother Nature has put those there and we've you've not decided to mess with them. We are going to be bringing to you today these fancy sapphires that are natural, an astonishing deal. In particular, as for your natural sapphire, general rule is that you're looking at around about a 50% price hike at trade prices. From that of a natural to that has been treated in a certain way. So already 50%, sapphire's already up here, isn't it? You know, it's not a bargainacious strand, is it? But already way up there. That price point you've just seen is already ridiculous. This is going to go. £11.95 on this strand of sapphire, ladies and gentlemen, for these amount of drops, for that beautiful array of colour. How many fancy sapphire strands in a graduated colour like this do you have? I bet it's not that many, and I bet they weren't. £11.95. What do you think of that, Spells?
I think that's great, isn't it? What a beautiful strand, and I love the fact that it's got that sort of lovely, soft, organic naturalness to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's in its raw form.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's beautiful. For me, that appeals to me a little bit more than the highly faceted, because I love the fact that you can see it as it's meant to be seen.
I know what you mean.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I do see exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I just think that's beautiful. And again, it enables you to make a sapphire gift for somebody, but at a lower cost, so it's a little bit more inexpensive for yourself.
But they don't need to know that.
No, they don't.
And no one would ever guess that of a sapphire, would they?
No. No.
Ever.
No. That's amazing. Beautiful strand. I love the pinks.
Wait. Because you're not normally a pink girl,
No.
so why on this?
Because they're not pinky pink.
Ah, yes, pinky pink.
They're not like the fuchsia pink. And it's not that I don't like those shades of pink. They don't like me.
Suit you.
No, they don't suit me.
Well, they do, because Laura suits everything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to be sweet, but it just sounds insincere, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was a tiny bit creepy.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, pal.
But no, like the hot pinks, the fuchsia pinks, they don't work well with my skin. No, they don't, no. But that is, again, that shade of pink now it's going to go with every skin tone, because it's just so soft and it's like pastel-y. And like you say, it's the Pantone colour.
Yes, you're right, the rose one. Sarah's talking about the lab, and she's saying that how weird, it's pretty much the same strand that they've got, but I'm trying to decide if I can be selfish enough to keep it for myself. Sarah, get the other one. I've only got one of them left. Why don't you get the other one? Get this other one and then keep one for yourself.
And
yeah,
then,
do it.
And then wear it, and then when people say, oh wow, that's amazing, you say, I can make one for you because I've got more.
Yeah, exactly. Always thinking.
So you get to keep it and you get to sort of show it off.
You're good, you are. Hey, Mary. Wow, just stunning. So need this for a friend who loves multicoloured sapphire. I am making her a ring.
Very cool.
As I watch the programme. Oh, so you're watching and making. Mary, I love that. My kind of lady. That's a lovely idea. How would you make these? Well, let's say we wanted to make these into a ring. How would we do it?
Kind of like this.
Kind of like the one that Spelby's working on now.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of those is that they're flatter. So the ones that I'm working with, these are the concave ones, so they've got a depth to them, so I have to factor that in.
Stuff, yeah.
But I love the flatter ones because they sit, if you can see there, so I've just woven the ring shank, and then I'm just sort of catching that stone really and decorating it with some weaves. So yeah, the flat ones are just going to be perfect because they're going to go in the middle beautifully.
Yeah, they're going to work perfectly.
Yeah.
And to have sapphire in there. Wow.
Wow.
Not many left at all. Okay, you are, where are you? 6. These are the ones that Sandra's made. And I showed you this ring before and I thought, oh, what Sandra's done. Smiley face Sandra. I love this. Amethyst faceted rounds. What are those arrows doing there, Dion? They're going down to Bargain Town. I've got for you here a selection that Sandra Smiley Face has been working with, and I think they are really, really lovely pair. Isn't that really unusual? It's like an infinity sign almost, isn't it? You see how they've that's cool. That is cool, isn't it? Yeah. That's a bit funky, isn't it? And then the ring that matches it, where you've got so many of this gem, so it goes all the way around those gemstones. I'm bringing you this strand now, of which we have just seen the arrows rolling down, which means that Dion's obviously taken it to a silly price. So, £6.95. This is Amethyst. This is one of the most high-end of its family, one of most recognisable as well. This is totally natural. Amethyst, occurring in so many different shades, and I do have slightly different shades here. It's almost got a sort of houndtooth, dogtooth look about it. Almost, if these pieces were bigger, they'd be way better. These have got so much sparkle and twinkle upon them. It really is just epic. I mean, how much would you be selling the likes of that ring for, Spells?
Of that one?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be looking at probably about £15-ish.
Yeah.
And they won't take long to make because it's just, I don't mean it like that, but it's just weaving them in to a frame and then twisting it into a ring shape. So, for time-wise, it's going to be really quick and easy to make, but it's going to be a good little money if you do want to sell them.
Little money spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I just think at £6.95, and please remember, if I could just sit here and count every gemstone all the time, then I would, but let me just give you an idea. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10, 20, 50, 60, 90, 90. About 120 of these I've got. That's hardly anything, is it, per one? I mean, that is working out probably about I don't even know. A tiny, tiny, tiny proportion of money per one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're just great accent beads. You think of like making your rosary links. Things like that to go with your pendant. They would make a beautiful, I could make a lovely chain to go with a pendant with this. So, and it's going to look really beautiful, as I said, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to really tie it in is what I mean.
Yeah, it's going to bring it together. It's going to sort of make it complete. And, I think if you're going to go for it, then you can go for it in style.
Go for it in style. I love that. Go for it in style. I'm just showing you alongside it. I think these really work. This is special, Strand. You're not going to believe what I'm about to say, I don't think. Pink tourmaline. Special, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming up as your star by. I'm going to let you into a little bit of a sneaky. Shh. Don't say I said. Secret thing. Basically, why are we bringing you a strand of pink tourmaline? Knowing that pink tourmaline is one of the rarest. Well, tourmaline whole is very much rarer than I think any of us can kind of get our heads around. Why on earth have I never seen an individual strand of a colour of tourmaline before and never seen just a strand of pink tourmaline before? Let me let you know why, and this is a bit mischievous. We didn't actually buy a parcel of pink tourmaline. We decided to buy a parcel of mixed tourmaline, and then we picked out all the pink ones and stranded them together. Why? Because if we did want to buy a box of pink tourmaline, it was working out 4 times the price. So what did we do? Well, we got a box of mixed tourmaline, and we gave it to our, centre where all the lapidarists work and where all the stranders work, and we essentially said, you know what, because the price of pink tourmaline strands is up here, and we can just do them ourselves. Then yeah, let's do it. Let's make it. So that's what we decided to do. We've got a collection here for you which is so unique and individual, because we don't generally get to see individual colours of tourmaline, do we? Your price point today on the sneaky deal should be £24.95. Not today though, okay? Now, just to let you know, we would have had to have charged 4 times more if we'd spent 4 times more. That is a massive discount, huge discount. And let me just let you know, if we'd have had to pay 4 times the price, of course we would have had to have passed that on, wouldn't we? We would have had to have passed it on. So this is a really, really special opportunity. Have you ever seen a pink shaded tourmaline strand before? Because I've not. Never. And it is something that we just decided to do purely because we saw a parcel, and there was a parcel up for sale of pink tourmaline, and it was 4 times higher in price than a mixed box. So we just decided, hey, let's just go for it, really.
Yeah, I mean, and why not? And it's, what a privilege to have that.
Total privilege. It really is. I think that's just astonishing, I truly do. And like I said, a very, very, very special purchase indeed. It's got that gorgeous cherry blossom colouring to it, hasn't it, in areas, which I just love and adore. Because we got to pick our individual ones for this, we've got something very unique and very individual as well. Do please, everyone who's checking this out already, just to let you know, it doesn't say how many people are getting their hands on a couple of these, but just to let you know that that is not keeping up with the people that we've got, because I've just had Staffordshire's checked out, Buckinghamshire has just checked out as well, Cheshire's just checked out, Worcestershire as well. You know, these places that are coming in, there's loads of you coming in for them, quite rightly so. Can I just say that because of the way in which we did this, because of the parcel that we got and because of how we picked it, can I just say that it's not like we did go out and buy a pack of pink. If we bought a parcel of pink tourmaline, we've got a parcel full of pink tourmaline. But with this, we didn't. So I don't have as many of these as I would like, because we had to pick them out of our selection. That makes sense. So do come in and get them. Hey, Susie, I cannot believe these prices, JM. Fantastic. Love that. I am so tempted, but spend this month with JM products. Fab show, Becky and Lauren. That's from Susie. Mwah, thank you. That's nice, isn't it? Little love. I love that you're still watching, just to keep your eyes on the ground. Eyes on the ground. Is that what they're saying?
Feet, nose,
ears to the ground.
Got there in the end.
Eyes and nose to the ground.
That's not much different to ears. Go on, another ear.
What? Yeah, that looks normal. That looks normal, just like listening out for things.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You say that.
I'm not doing eyes and nose again, no. Okay, really quickly, I've got to bring to you one of Spelby's favourite gemstones. You can tell this one of your faves because she's going, when you show it to her. Oh. Why do you love Peridot so much, please?
I just love the fact that it's so springy and fresh. I just think it adds a little bit of zest to any of your jewellery.
Zesty.
Yeah, I love the, as I said to you, like the Peridot, the sort of the rose quartz, amethyst, that kind of colourway, the citrine lemon quartz. So that adds that little burst of zest into it, and it just brightens it all up. It just gives it a lift, and that's for me, that's what I use it for.
It does. It's fun. It's fiery.
Yeah, it's vibrant.
It's vibrant.
Get us with the words now. We've got 5 minutes to go.
Yeah. This is Joy 52, and the code on that one for you today. It's got a lovely brightness to it. The fire is intense at £11.95 for you today. Already something special. These are genuine gemstones. I don't know if we forget that sometimes. £8.95. It's natural. It's from the USA. It's got so much fire within it. Tracy says, keep your eyes on the prize. Maybe that's where I was going. Maybe that's where I was going.
It's not where you were going.
Excuse me? I can't think of any saying about noses.
What are you doing now? Like, people do.
Well, that's not a saying.
Well, a kind of unsaid saying.
An unsaid saying. Okay. Keep your nose out of it.
See?
Keep your nose out
of it.
Keep your nose
out.
For example.
Yeah.
Good sentence that was, wasn't it? Liked that. £8.95 for you on this one is a sensational deal. And I know that when you work with Peridot, I know you obviously go for copper, but it will work with everything, won't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to go with any colour. It's going to go with any gemstone. It's just a very, very versatile stone to have, really.
Very versatile. In fact, I'm going to prove to you how versatile it is. Because I've got loads of different coloured gemstones in here that I want to show you, if I may. Let me just get out a selection of these. This is from this huge matrixy box thing. Is this the matrix box you were talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I've got a huge matrixy box thing that has all of these gemstones in. Huge amount. It's coming on your screen right now. Greens, oranges, labradorite tones, black tones in there, really deep, rich amethyst in there. Get all them out for you. Well, they're not all out, but look. They go, don't they? Even with the orange, that goes. Because you think of like your really bright, it's fuchsia colours, you know. That works.
And again, you go back to that key saying, but, you know, you think of
which one? We've had a lot of key sayings today.
You know, with Mother Nature, grass is green, you've got the green flowers, not green flowers, green stems, and so they obviously go with any colour of the flowers, so it's going to go with everything. That's where I was going.
Yeah, you're right. This is a green is Mother Nature's base colour, essentially, what we're trying to say, isn't it? Well done for everyone who got that. Okay, I've got for you this Matrix collection, and this is going to be price slashed. I've got all of these gemstones here, just to let you know, I'm not taking all them out. I've also got in here a massive amount of findings. Again, I'm not going to get every single one of them out for you. In fact, I'll get you a little sort of a few little openings out for you. These are so unique, unique and individual. Look at these little baubles. There's spacers, there's S-shaped clasp, there's crimp covers, there is chain, so much chain. There is jump rings in here. There are flattened connectors that you could actually stamp onto if you wanted to. There's so many treats. Everything that you saw on your screen you were getting, but you're getting obviously an array of each. For example, you're getting 100 of the round beads on there, and things like 10 of the spacers in each of the different looks. So obviously it does vary. You also get the box itself, and all of it looks like this. Obviously I've got some of these pieces out, but this is just to give you an idea of how much is in there. It's a huge, 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 huge amount. Big amount of this for you here today. Your Matrix collection should be £40. Not today. We're going to roll it down. Ready? Price point today. £24.95 for all of this. That is a huge, huge, huge price discount. In fact, how much is that? £15 off. Spelby, I mean, even just for these alone, with those featherweight head pins on all the gemstones and the double wrap loop going around them, for the massive amount you've got there, bearing in mind approximately 400 pieces in this box alone, that price point for all of these, actually quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And again, it's a lovely gift idea if you want to give it to somebody who is starting out with jewellery making, and it's got that uniqueness to it, hasn't it? It's just, and you know, it's something a bit different to have those little cube sort of shaped beads.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could make a lovely tassel necklace with just a couple of, imagine a necklace you could make with that, just tassels and all different shapes on it. Really, it's really lovely.
As a newbie, do you have any tips on labelling and storage of strands? I find it difficult to recognise stones when all together, especially nuggets. Good point, Chris. I would say, for me, tips would be, bearing in mind I'm probably not the best person to ask because I am a messy crafter, but I would suggest when you are getting the likes of your storage boxes, make sure obviously you check in on your receipt exactly what it is and you compare them up, and just label, as in, I suppose you could get a little sticker and put them on top, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Have you got any ideas?
I used to get, because obviously before I knew about JM and the storage that we have, I used to just get little boxes, little takeaway boxes, and then I would put a sticker on and say pyrite, you know, apatite, and label them. But what I will say is, as you get more and more into it, you will start to naturally recognise the gemstones, and you'll be able to look at them by eye. There's a few that still catch me out, like onyx and agate, because there's such similarities, but you will get used, you'll start to recognise them. But to keep them labelled and clear, you know, just put a sticker on a box, or drawers. You know, I've said to you, I've got coloured drawers, And so I put my pink ones in there, but I can put on there amethyst or the rose quartz or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you've got. That's a really good point. Chris, I hope that helps you. And we do have loads of different storage boxes if you want to treat yourself to any. But also, yeah, it's one of those things you will get your head around it and you will just be able to look and go, that's the so-and-so, that's the so-and-so at some point. So good luck to you on that one. And also, if you do get something like this, and then maybe you wanted to put one stone in each one just as a reminder, then you can get your strand and you can have a little look and go, oh, way up, that looks like that's a sodalite, for example. I do love a challenge. What's my challenge? 2 boxes, 2 minutes, no probs. Where are we going? I've got a findings pack here for you, ladies and gentlemen. No, I've got a matrix box here for you, ladies and gentlemen. And this matrix box comes with a mammoth amount of your findings. It's the copper findings that we have in there, and they are enveloped in gold, a mammoth amount of gold. But then look, chrome dioxide. I've been telling you, I read you out one of my emails earlier on about how extraordinarily rare this is at the moment. But we're ignoring that and we're dropping the price of the whole thing. Genuine gold over the top of these. Genuine chrome dioxide, all at £6.95. You're getting a mammoth amount in here. You're getting things like your chain and your connectors and your toggle clasp. That price point for so many findings is something very, very special indeed. £6.95. Come on in, get the last few whilst you can. And finally now, findings pack. This is your silver findings pack, silver plated findings pack that we've got here. Big amount of your copper in here as well. Things like your cord ends, your earring findings, things like your head pins. Oh, the star design, I love these ones. There's so much in here, like your featherweight head pins as well. You've got your beautiful findings pack. Your price point today, are we bringing this in? Yeah, oh we are, good, just checking. Is about to come on screen. Your price point today is, coming on your screen now, £6.95. Spelby, we've got 10 seconds to say goodbye each.
Bye, see you soon. Have a fun day and weekend.
Love that. £3.95 for you. That is an absolute shocker. Thank you for joining me and Spelby today. Spelby, thanks you. A fantastic day as always. Wonderful company. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you soon.
Gemma Crow brings you into the world of patina. You'll create stunning effects with the guidance of Gemma right beside you. This DVD includes adding texture to your designs, preparing your metal, applying the patina, neutralizing process, and finally, the finishing process. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker have a special offer running on our workshops. If you book yourself on 4 workshops, you'll receive £50 off. We have a variety of courses to choose from beginner to advanced, covering a wide selection of mediums. This is a limited offer until the end of February, so book your places now to avoid disappointment. Tanzanite is truly spectacular. This precious gemstone is only found in one location in the world, Tanzania, Africa. Claimed to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, Tanzanite is the blue variety of zoisite. Tanzanite is extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
is actually very rare, and Sri Lanka is famous for its top quality. This mine is over 150 years old, and sometimes the miners find not just moonstone, but also ancient mining tools.
Famed for their openness of colour, our Hunan Peridot gemstones are sought after for their bright greens and graceful golden undertones. Brought to life by their dazzling brilliance, we are able to bring out the pure hues, the fire and the sheer brilliance of this gem. We only source raw crystals with the potential to show off all of these remarkable qualities. For a gem full of sparkling bright greens and glorious golden tones, look no further than our Chinese Hunan Peridot.
Good afternoon, welcome to Jewellery Maker. I'm Hannah Stewart if you've just tuned in, taking you through until 5 o'clock this afternoon with the best hugger in the world. And I don't care what anyone says, nobody else hugs like this lady. I tell you, you've got healing hugs.
Oh, that's
you actually
really
have.
nice.
We were talking about it actually before you came in today. I said to Danny, producer Danny, I was like, she's actually got healing hugs.
Oh.
Don't know what it is. It just makes everything better. Oh, we're going to have our customers, our viewers queuing up at the door now for hugs. She's ace. How are you, Fiona?
I'm really well, thank you.
Yeah,
Really
you look
well.
lovely.
Cute.
Oh, do you know, I've not looked at any of Fiona's jewellery, I'm going to be completely honest. I quite like to do this every now and again, though, because I did say to Toby earlier on, because I don't think you and Toby have worked together, have you?
No, it's our first time.
So, producer Toby. And I did say to Toby earlier on, I said, Fiona's jewellery is always amazing. So I'm saving it until I go over. Wes has just said he's never had a hug off you, Fiona.
Who?
Wes, director Wes.
I think so.
You're going to have to hug it out after the show.
I know.
Oh, she doesn't give them freely, I tell you. You should charge for those hugs. I tell you, you should.
No, healing's free.
Oh, just so lovely. Amazing kits for you today. It's been ages. It's been ages since we've worked together, isn't
We were
it?
trying to work it out. I think it was the end of November.
Yeah, I think it was. It was way before Christmas. So we've got a resin show for you today. I love resin. I love watching Fiona. I could sit here for 4 hours and watch you, actually. Is that okay? No, Hannah. We've got star buys. We've got lots of treats to bring you. I'm going to show you some of the star buys that I've got coming up, actually, because I've got some 925 sterling silver. I do. Have a look at this first. This is the strand of black spinel that I've got coming up for you a little bit later on. This one is coming up for you at 4:20, deal of the day, faceted black spinel. How gorgeous are these? Oh, they're so high end, very art deco, going to a fantastic price tag. So versatile as well, aren't they? They're brilliant. So those are coming up for you a little bit later on. Do I have? Yes, I do. Look at these 925 flower spaces for you. These are really, really pretty. Oh, love them. I think you get 10 of these as well. 925. Aren't they pretty? In 10 minutes time, I love that. Kicking off the show with 925. Brilliant. And another star buy. Now, these are going to be really, really popular. And these are going down to a fantastic price tag. They're your earring findings, 925. And these are coming up for you at 4 o'clock, and you will get 10 pairs. 10 pairs of these going down to a ridiculously low price tag for you. So lots of 925 coming up for you today. Lots of treats, gorgeous kits. Where should we start, Toby? Right. Where should we start? The never-ending strand. Woo! Oh. Holiday. Oh, yeah. I mean, look at this colour. You know, it would be rude not to mention the H word, wouldn't it? Look at the colour of these. These are beautiful. Had a strand quite similar to these last night. It was the clear quartz. Nowhere near as long as what I have here. This is a metre. I mean, you know, as far as strands go, a metre long length of any gemstone. Your Swiss blue coloured coated quartz you've got here. This colour is divine. Really, I mean, can you imagine if this was Swiss blue topaz? The price tag, oh, you'd be looking at way into 3 figures. Way, maybe even 4 actually for this kind of carat weight. But you've got that colour here, that real rich Swiss blue hue. Sunshine, blue skies, yes. 10 by 8, 22 by 17 millimetres in size. Now, I'm going to count the gemstones because there are so many here. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 61. My goodness me, look at these. What would you do with these, Fiona?
Oh, do you know, as soon as I saw those, I remembered the conversation we had last November or September. We'd just been on holiday looking at the sea. That is the colour of the sea, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
To me, they want some coils of wire put in between them in copper.
Oh, yeah.
So that you've got those tones and they'll change over time.
Yeah.
But keep it nice and long, but take enough off to get a nice slapped bracelet as well.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? There's
And
a lot here.
It is. There's so much there. You'll easily do, you know, a bracelet, a long necklace and earrings, but you could get so much more out of it by what you put with it.
Yeah.
And if you put little coils of wire in between, you know, just sort of like centimetre long or something, you know, you're actually going to make that length probably half as long again.
It's fantastic, isn't it? 61 gemstones. Even just taking these huge gemstones here, just using those individually, long drop in a pendant, taking the smaller ones, statement rings for the summer. How fabulous, that pop of colour that you have here. Think about all of the gemstones that will go with these. Your citrine, your peridot, your amethyst, your clear quartz, your black spinel will go with these perfectly as well. ARNV70 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. £17.95 is where we should be. Not this afternoon. Saturday. What are you up to today with your Saturday? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. We're working, which is great actually, because it's like being on holiday in this house. We're in a huge house in the middle of the countryside. It's pretty good, I tell you. What are you up to today? At home? 60777. My goodness me, I've only been home for like, how many hours have I not been here for? And I've completely forgotten the text number. 60777. Start your message with the word JM Studio. Let us know what you're up to with your Saturday. What are your makes for today? Are you sat watching Jewellery Maker, maybe making a new design, working on a design that you've been working on for some time? Just let us know. £12.95. Sarah in the West Midlands, Collect in Lancashire, Belinda in Buckinghamshire, Patricia Lee, well done to you, Isabel in Angus, you all there as well. It's quite funny actually because every person that walks through the office door today says exactly the same thing. Start having bets now. Everybody that walks through, oh, the traffic lights down the road. Making everyone like, how late?
35 minutes it took to get through them. I kept thinking I'm never going to get there.
35 minutes, you see. 4-way traffic control. It's not good, is it? It's really, we could walk quicker, to be fair, couldn't we? Well done. If you've got a couple of these, by the way, Lee, you've got 2. There's nothing to stop you multi-buying. And actually, what does that work out to per gemstone, Toby? 61 gemstones. Tick, 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 tick. £12.95. That's ridiculous for how many gemstones we've got here. Per carat, 4.5 pence per gemstone. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. 61 gemstones. So 1,295 divided by 61 is... Do you know, Fiona, can you help us? Because we're so rubbish at maths here. 21 pence, but that sounds more like it, yeah. 21 pence per gemstone. Collectively, as a team, how on earth we got here, I have no idea. But we did. We did. With some qualifications. £12.95. ARNV even. 70. I tell you what, can we just start this whole hour over again? I feel like it's not going well this first 10 minutes. Just rewind. I'll go back out the door and come back in. It's gonna be one of those days. Right. Challenge. Have you seen this yet, Fiona?
I might have had a sneaky peek.
Ooh. Oh, look at the clarity on these. Oh my. Oh wow. This is, I mean, look at the aquamarine in this strand. Wow.
I'd say from here, the colour saturation as well is absolutely fabulous.
They're beautiful.
Isn't it? Really, really pretty.
Do you know, I've got to say, I think this is the best clarity I've ever seen on any of our aquamarine. I think it's incredible. Really is beautiful. Now, on your graphicals, it does say multicoloured beryl. You've got some pinks in here. That will be the morganite then. The blue variety of the beryl family is aquamarine. The pink variety is morganite. You may know the yellow variety to be heliodor, and also the green being emerald. So we've called this multicoloured beryl because there are some pinks and blues. I'd have gone with morganite and aquamarine myself, because that's exactly what you have here. The clarity, this is the best, and I'm sure you're sat at home right now agreeing with me as well. The clarity here is incredible. Quite possibly the brightest aquamarine I think I've ever seen. If you've ever heard the term the lighter, the brighter, I always use aquamarine as an example when I'm explaining this term, because with aquamarine, you have a very light colour. When you have a light colour, it allows more light to travel through the gemstone to give it sparkle. And that's exactly what you have here. So much sparkle and completely natural colour. I would be coming in a little bit later on and getting these 925 earring findings and using these with the aquamarine. I would not be compromising on this precious metal, I tell you. No way. 0800 644 655 KEVX98 is your code for this one. Already checked out on those phone lines. £21.95. Two of these gemstones. I mean, this colour and this clarity. Popped in those 925 earring findings. I'd have my money back on these.
Easily.
You do craft fairs, do you, Fiona?
I don't. No.
You don't?
No, I do the odd house party.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. I like house parties better. They're more fun. They're more
Do you
personal.
know, it's always the quiet ones you've got to watch, isn't it? Right there. Yes, I love a house party. Right, that's it. I am booking you in, Fiona.
That's fab.
Yes, imagine that. Endless hugs all night.
It's good fun.
I bet it is.
And it's even better if I can get a lift, because then I can have wine as well.
You can stay over, Fiona. You can stay over. That's it. I'll get the spare bed ready. Brilliant. Get it in the diary. £21.95. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 individual gemstones. I cannot get over the clarity. I've never seen. Ben, have you seen aquamarine this good before for clarity?
No.
Isn't this incredible?
So that's less than £1 a gemstone.
How many did I count, Fiona?
I think you said, did you just say 15? I think you said 15. There's 15 going round in my head.
I did say it's going to be one of those days. I'm going to start again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24.
24, so it is definitely less than £1.
That's incredible, isn't it? Really phenomenal. Now, if you're going shopping today, maybe you're going shopping later on this afternoon. If you go past the jewellers, just have a look in the window, see if you can find some aquamarine pieces. Have a look at the colour and have a look at the clarity of those designs. See what colour the precious metal is. Look at those subtle pinks in your morganite there as well. These are beautiful. Do you know what I would have? I would have an aquamarine in one ear and a morganite in the other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would. That'd look incredible, wouldn't it? Well done. Kathleen in Essex, Katrina in Greater London, Pauline in Bristol, Janet in County Durham, Yvonne in Renfrewshire, Patricia in Greater London. If you have this in your basket, you do need to confirm by checking out as soon as you can. Oh, wowzers. Should we do the 925? Let's do it. Star by time. I suppose, because if you were on a grass stool drinking wine...
it's not going to look so good,
not
is it?
quite the same as a house party, is it?
No.
I like the method in your madness there, Fiona. Have a look at these. These are so pretty. 925. Now, it's quite funny because every day when I come in, I'm like, any solid sterling silver today? I wasn't looking at my sheets properly, I'm going to be totally honest. And so I was like, oh, we have some 925 sterling silver. Hannah, turn your sheet over, it's there. Just wasn't looking, was I? We have 925. Now these are so pretty. Little attention to detail in designs can make all the difference. If you're finishing off a design, you want that finish to be as perfect and as professional as it possibly can be. Now 925, that's going to add value to any piece of jewellery, no matter what gemstone you're using. Even if you're not using any gemstones, 925 is going to add that value there for you. Now every single one has got your 925 stamp. If I just turn this round, you can see your 925 stamp just on the back there as well. You've got the mugs. They're like little bouquets of sterling silver.
They're beautiful.
Aren't they pretty? Really pretty. So you could use these as spacers, of course, as they are intended, but you could with these as well. There's no reason why you couldn't pop a jump ring through the back there and have these as earrings. You can have a pair of earrings. You could pop one of these onto a pendant as well if you wanted to. Really beautiful. But if I just place that on the wrist, in situ, as it might look if you're using 3 strands, and you could use your monofilament, you could use your beading thread through there, you could use any of your coloured cores if you wanted to. Aren't these gorgeous? Do you know, it does say spacers, but I'm going to have to... I would use them just as they are, you know, in a pendant and earrings, and have the whole set.
Do you know what I would do with them? With the resin that we're going to use today, I'd actually subtly colour the resin.
Yeah.
And then, just with a little toothpick or a paintbrush, I'd actually just put some resin in them just to lift the petals, and you would keep sort of some of the transparency so that you could see the flower through it. And I've done it with, we had some on in the autumn of last year,
yeah,
and I bought them and did it, and it just absolutely sets them off a treat.
I bet that would look incredible, as if. You right there, Danny? Do you want to just pass me that?
Ooh.
Now that's what you call a friend for life. I mean, I do talk about food a lot, you know, so I don't know why Danny thinks I might want some. Thanks. Oh, love him. I'll just put that right down. I love the way that he puts crisps and a tomato on there as well. Tomato cancels out the crisps, you see. Right in the middle of a star by. Time in, Danny. It's everything. You will get 10 pieces in total. What's the gram weight on the total gram weight here, Tobes? There's some gram weight in all these. They're really pretty. And actually, using them as spacers, so, you know, maybe if you're making a really fancy design, I'm thinking a 3-strand pearl bracelet, you could maybe pop 3 in, couldn't you? Just in the centre. You wouldn't want to use them all in one design. No. You want to make these go as far as you can.
I have, yeah, just one in the centre, 3
yeah.
Three at the very most, yeah. But really one in the centre. But again, on some of the lovely sterling silver chains that we sell, like you said, one as a pendant and a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a beautiful, and you've only used 3, so you've still got 3 from 10.
So potentially 3 sets there. Yes, I love it. We do need an abacus in the studio, I think.
I think the traffic jam has got to us.
I think so. I don't know what the excuse is on every other day, though, Fiona.
No, not me.
Yikes. You can multi-buy. Patricia in Greater London has got 3 of these. That's 30, Patricia, that you've just got. 30 Yay! That's brilliant. 0800 644 655 LZRF 94, £14.95. Do you know what? We're going to squeeze every penny, every pound off. For all of you that have already checked out, nobody pays any more than anybody else, so you will all only ever pay that final low closing price tag. Lots and lots of you on the phone lines now, £12.95. That works out to £1.29 each. £1.29 each. Incredible. Just those, again, if I can find... There's no reason whatsoever, if you take your earring findings that we've got coming up a little bit later on, take a jump ring and then just pop that on and you've got, oh, unbelievable. I know, there we go. Have a look, earrings, how pretty and so simple to make. And actually here, we've done all the work for you again, haven't we? You know, you've got this beautiful piece of sterling silver here with your sterling silver finding there as well. What kind of price tag do you think you'd pop on these at home? And how long would that take you just to pop 2 jump rings on? 5? Wes, come on, you need to work quicker. 5 minutes to put 2 jump rings on. Probably take about a minute for you professionals at home there. Wesley needs a bit of practice. 800, oh right, because you do the job properly. I see, yeah. He just likes to take his time, double check, triple check, quadruple check. Lillian in Ayrshire, Linda, well done in Lothian. Janet in County Durham, ×2, well done. Ali in the Forest of Dean, Angela in Surrey, Claire in Northumberland, Claire in Bristol, Collector in Oregon. You've got 2, congratulations to you. Sandra, well done in Nottinghamshire, Philip in Staffordshire. There's about 13 baskets right now that do need to be checked out as soon. Valentine's Day. Yeah, gents, you're sat home now watching, coming in and get these. Get yourself the solid sterling silver spacers. Come and get the earring findings later on. Pinch a couple of her jump rings. She'll never notice 2 jump rings missing. You've got a pair of earrings. Pair of earrings there, right there for Valentine's Day. Or just because. Yvette in the West Midlands, Valerie, Barbara, well done to you. Patricia, Yanis, Deborah, well done, collector in London. Adri, Isabel, well done. Bryony, collector in Glamorgan. Another collector, well done. Carl in Worcestershire. I have an uncle, Carl. I wonder... he's coming in for my auntie. You never know. Maybe he's listened. You never know. 0800 644 655. If you haven't dialed yet, you can do now. Do it now. You can still get through and you can still confirm your purchase. That's an incredible price tag. Well done. Right, now let's start. I've consciously the whole time not been looking right over there. I can look at Fiona without actually seeing her pieces. I'm just going to try and get the kit. If I look up a little bit more, I might get... I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them until I go over. Whoopsie. Right. Let's start. Now, there are several parts to the kit today. Because of the resin, we've got lots and lots of different colours to bring you. These are fabulous. I'm going to start with the gemstones and the findings for you. Oh, look at these.
Aren't they divine?
I love these. Do you know, just as they are.
I know.
Again, really simple jewellery making.
Absolutely, but look how effective it is.
Yeah, that's so fluid as well. It sits beautifully on the wrist, doesn't it? I love these. Now, I'm just going down my very, very long list there. Bear with, looking for the carat. So we've got 80 carats in the Peacock Freshwater Pearls. 50 carats of your natural hematite micro plain rondelles, 2 by 1 millimeters in size. This is such a fantastic strand. I've got to say, I've never seen a strand like this before. I think it looks fabulous just as it is.
Me too. I mean, I've not seen it that small. I've had larger strands.
Yeah.
But and yet, although it's tiny, there's a really decent drill hole through them as well.
They're fantastic. I'm thinking gents pieces as well with these, Fee. All the guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. Wes would love one of these. I'll make you one, Wes, if you like. Really, really pretty. And actually, you could probably, just with that strand alone, get 2, maybe 3 if you're really generous. Oh my gosh, I love those, your hematite. You've got your hematite hearts. Oh my gosh, look at those pearls. Oh, wow. Okay, have a look at hematite. Oh, do you see? Does anybody want to get a pen and paper and just write down every word that I say wrong today? Actually make that a notepad, not just a piece of paper. Your hematite hearts, there's 80 carats in your hematite hearts here. Natural hematite, 6mm in size. Again, Valentine's Day, they'll be perfect, but great for charms as well. Loads of you are making charms at the moment. Guest designer Angela Edwards said that actually in 2015, the most popular piece on her craft stall were charms, whether that be a mobile phone charm, a bag charm. Hearts and stars are perfect for that, they really are. Take a look at these pearls. Oh my days. The colours in these are incredible. Peacock freshwater culture pearls. I have to say I'm seeing the paler, if you like, of the peacock shades, but I love these. When we're looking at peacock freshwater culture pearls, sometimes we're looking at more of a darker hue in the green and the purple in there. Was your strand like this as well, Fee?
Absolutely stunning.
Aren't they beautiful? I've just had a sneaky peek. I couldn't help it then. These are just divine. I mean, that colour is just gorgeous. You've got some real yellow hues coming through there. Beautiful greens, purples and blues in there as well. I'm loving these. 4x5mm in size. Look at the pearlescence. Dreamy. Okay, so there's your gemstones, your findings pack. Look at these. Loving them. I think I may have just seen one of these when I looked by accident. Aren't they fabulous? You could stamp on these as well. You've got your blanks here, you've got your half moon, or it's really more than a half there, isn't it? Your moon shaped, and you've got your rounds there as well. Your blanks, they're beautiful. And look at the brush finish that you have on these as well. Very Italian inspired. If you have a look at any Italian designers, or any designers actually, going for more of a matte finish, you know, giving it that brush finish that's so high end, so designer. Again, just one of these. One of these on a long drop. Pendant, gorgeous. You've got 5 of each of those. You've got your ribbon ends, you've got some fancy toggle clasps in there. You've got your head pins, your fancy ones, and your ball head pins. A massive length of your chain there. A metre long length of your chain there. And you've got your shepherd's hook earring findings in there as well. So loads and loads of findings. 90 pieces in your findings pack. And you have your threading essentials as well. So your monofilament, your clear elastic, and your silver coloured beading thread. All of this, one fantastic price tag. Do you know, I'm loving these gemstones with the moons that we've got as well. Because it is kind of, you know, stars at night, you know, the sparkle. They're going to look fantastic together. 0800 644 655 with the kits, with bundles. This gives us extra room to go spectacularly low. The £32.15 is an incredible price tag already. We're going lower, BNGC 35. These would look quite nice in earrings as well, wouldn't they, Fee?
Definitely.
I love them. 99, under 20. Under £20. Wow, that's brilliant. Do you know, just the strand of pearls by itself, genuine peacock freshwater culture pearls. Again, you could just take 2 of these, pop them into the sterling silver earring findings that we've got coming up later on. Again, what kind of price tag would you pop on them at home? I know, again, it depends on where you're selling, and everyone's different. Some of us like to pass on our deals. Some of us do take note of the gemstone that we're selling. These are genuine pearls. They're not fake, they're not synthetic, they are the real deal. Loads of hematite. I love this. Do you know, I've got to be honest, I'd be happy to pay $19.95 for this strand of hematite. I love this strand. Really, really beautiful and so versatile. Hematite is great to use with any gemstone. If you just want to throw in a little bit of luster, it's fantastic. $19.95 is phenomenal. If you've got a phone in your hand right now, confirm by pressing your #1 button. There's about 20 in baskets right now. You will need to check out. How are we for quantity on this? We're quite good. Double figures. Not fantastic, but 94 chances for you to come in and get this today. There is so much there. Again, just taking the earring findings, like your shepherd's hook, popping a jump ring on there, you've got yourself a pair of earrings. I know. Very trendy. Very, very trendy. BNGC 35. Right, let's go over and have a look. Let's have a real close look at Fiona's jewellery. Right. Oh, wow. Look at these. Oh, you see, this is exactly what I had pictured in my head for hematite with the moons. I love these. Oh, they're gorgeous, V. Look at this. I love the pink. Look at the pink. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not generally a pink person, but putting it with the black resin and then the lovely hematites, it kind of tones it down, doesn't it, really?
I love these. And isn't that great as well that you can do that? And that's, you were saying you were doming. I see. Aren't they gorgeous? Really, really pretty designs. I love this bracelet. These Peacock Culture Pearl, I have to say, some of the best I've ever seen.
They're so beautiful. I couldn't split them. I kept trying to split them and put them in, but I couldn't do it.
I totally get that.
They're just so pretty. And I think the colours and the prettiness, the size, everything about them, you just wanted to do something fairly simple with those.
They're just perfect. Just perfect. I love them. Do you know, I've just thought, Toby, I've come all the way over here, haven't I? There's 4 parts to this kit. Was I supposed to come over yet, or shall I mean, you know, I just do my own thing, me. Shall I do these? Is this what you wanted me to do next? All the beautiful colours that I have here. No, I'll do a bit at a time, you know. I just wanted to come over. Frog. They are gorgeous, gorgeous designs, Fiona. I love them. We're going to start with the fluorescent ones. All four of your fluorescent colours you've got here. These are fab. Do you know, I remember, particularly, I was going to say last year, noticing all the neon colours.
Yeah, there's lots of bright. And although they are, you know, fluorescent, you don't expect them to be bright, you can tone them down. Yeah. You know, depending on what you do. And you can still mix them with each other to create your own colours as well.
That's fab. So, that's what I love about these, is you can do that and you can mix them, can't you? Absolutely. As well, which is brilliant as well. How far do these go, Fiona?
A long way, yes. I mean, you'll see, I'm going to mix the pink, I'm going to mix some red and some black, so you'll see some of it. I've literally used 0.1 of a gram, and I think can I just check? I think you've got 30 grams.
Wow. So it really
goes a long way.
That's incredible, isn't it? And I love these colours. And again, you've got really versatile colours here. Let's go and say you can tone them down, so it might be that you want to incorporate gemstones into some of the designs, you know, or tone them down for, you know, someone in mind. Gents pieces as well. You've got some fabulous colours here for the gents, the greens and the blues there. They are fabulous, and you're going to get all 4 for one fantastic price tag. WJGC 50, £31.80. You can use this on the blanks that we've got within the kit as well, as Fiona has, and Fiona's going to show us how to do that in just a little while. WJGC 50, £21.95. Patricia in Greater London. Linda in Lothian, Norma in Hampshire, Amanda in West Yorkshire, although Tina, Linda, well done to you. Fiona Yorwin, congratulations to you. Collect in Bedfordshire, well done to you. You've got yours as well. Keep dialing and get yours. And if you haven't come in for the kit yet, you can still do that now. Just because the graphics aren't on screen doesn't mean that you can't come in and get those. At the bottom of your screen, there's the graphics for your kit there. Oh, definitely get under 20. That's brilliant, isn't it? Well done.
It is a really good price, I can tell you. Wow. Really good price.
Those pearls. The hematite. Wow. I don't think I could pick my favourite strand, actually. I think I'm struggling with this kit, if I had to.
Favourite strand?
It's between those hematites and the
It's
pearls.
between them all. Because I like what each one does, either on its own or mixed together. So you know that there's just so much you can do.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? What are you going to show us then, Fiona? I'm assuming you're going to show us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just I'm starting to mix because we've got 3 colours, and I just thought, well, if I start getting some resin in the pot. So first thing I'm going to do is we're using thixotropic resin today. Yeah. Now thixotropic resin is a really thick. I can hold the pot up. You know how normally we hold the resin and we pour it in? That's the
Yeah.
thixotropic resin.
Okay.
So it's really thick.
Yeah.
Now,
It's a bit like wax, isn't it? Like
yeah, it's very jellyish.
Yeah.
You know, so it means you've got so many more options. And the reason I've done some doming is I wanted to show you the properties of this particular resin because it's so good. You can go on around a curved surface and it's not going to come off. It's going to stay where you put it. So we are going to mix it through and we are going to put it on here, and I'm going to do the two colours so that you can see that they don't mix.
Right.
And if you look at the red and pink necklace, the resin with both of those was put on at the same time.
Okay.
And then I bought the black across the top of the pink, but there hasn't been any sort of bleeding into the pink.
Yeah.
Same with the red. Both of those colours have stayed nice and crisp, and that's because of the properties of the resin and then the colour paste.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just dome two of these for you, just so that you can see what we've done. I've already domed some of them with these little shapes with the crescents. If I show you that one that's perfect now, that's already been domed, and if you can see, it's actually got two holes in the front.
Yeah.
That's because I've already put an extra hole in because obviously I knew what design. Yeah. And it's much better to put, I find it's much better to put the holes in before you put the resin on than afterwards.
Now, there was one hole in there already, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was one.
Do you know which hole punch you used?
I've used the small one, and I've used the one that I think is 1 mil.
Okay. Yeah.
And it just worked out.
Yeah.
The bigger one was just too big.
Okay.
And what I also did was tested that the jump rings was going to go through okay before I put the resin on. And even if the resin just sort of slightly bleeds into that hole, it doesn't matter because you can drill that out.
Yeah.
You can do it with your with the awl as well,
Yeah,
so it's absolutely fine. So having done this, I sort of prepared these earlier, but I just wanted to show, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that one. This one, I domed it, but I hadn't put the hole in on the other side. So I've then gone in with the hole punch, and what it's done is flattened that back out. So now I'm going to have to redome that, and of course that will weaken it.
Yeah.
So you're far better off to put the holes in to begin with.
Yeah.
And with the little crescents, it's absolutely brilliant because you can really see quite clearly. As soon as you put it in there, just get it in sort of fairly centred. You can, if you're at all unsure, you can mark this out. Sorry, I thought I got it in then and I hadn't actually turned the little thing, the little screw. Sorry, I'm trying to get that in there. Let's pull it back a little bit. You can mark it out with a black pen because obviously it's not going to properly mark it because you're going to punch it out anyway. So, and especially if you're doing this to sell, you want to make sure that the holes are exactly where you want them to be. I've then used our standard doming block, and I've gone with, to start off with, I used that one there, which is the biggest and the shallowest. And I've gone in, with our block, we've got two different punches, and I've used the one that's got the most code. Now this bit is going to be a little bit noisy, but it won't, you'll see, it's not going to take very long. And that is almost done. Now that then, if we look in comparison to the one here, has got quite a gentle curve. So what I did then was take that and I'm going to turn it round on the dome and find one, and I went for this one here, which is one of the deepest ones. And again I went in with the same tool, and as I'm tapping it round, I am actually kind of moving my little punch, because then I'm not putting too much excess onto the little crescent. I'm going to do the same again on this one. So we go back to, it's moving them around until you find the one that you want. I did go through marking them like a dice.
Yeah, do you know, I was just going to say, you could number them,
You could, it's just that I ended up with 2 1s, and I don't quite know how I did that, so I scrubbed that idea. So again, I'm just going in. It really doesn't take long at all. I mean, these are quite sort of firm metal. They're not flimsy by any chance. Okay, and then I'll take it down to the littlest one again. There. So we've got those domed. And then the one that I did at the beginning, where I'd forgotten to put the hole in,
Going back in.
there, go back in, and that is now nice and flat as well.
Yeah.
So that's done with the noisy bit.
Okay.
Okay, so put that over to the side. Now, what I would normally do here, but I've inadvertently forgotten to bring it, is
The wine.
the wine.
What do I do now?
I need the wine. It's
Is that
Saturday.
have the wine and then I come back?
Yes. And what I normally do is I have a little perspex, piece of perspex, and I have some sticky stuff that holds them in place.
Right.
But we're gonna do this one without that this time because I forgot. I checked everything, and all the way here I was thinking, what have I forgotten? What have I forgotten? And it wasn't the tools. It was just that one part. Now all I'm doing is I'm bringing the scales back to 0.
Okay.
Put in the pot, I'm bringing them back to 0. And then I'm going to mix up 1.6 grams of the thixotropic resin. And that has straight away gone to 1.6. I've done this so many times with the same measurement, I can almost guess now which one it's going to be.
Wow.
Now what we need to do at this stage...
And it's very important, isn't it, that that's bang on.
You absolutely need to weigh these, and the Chemset resins are by weight, not by volume.
Right.
And that's the same, and it's the same kind of ratio that we have with the other resins.
Yeah.
It's 2 parts resin to 1 part hardener. So these all have got 1.6 grams in.
Okay.
So I now go back, I've got a fresh mixing stick. Okay. Now the reason I've got a fresh mixing stick, I don't want to now contaminate the hardener with that, because otherwise this whole pot is going to be ruined. Okay, so again I'm going in, and it's a slightly different texture.
And that's going in with the
and that's going with the thixotropic, because I did 1.6 grams, I'm doing 0.6 grams. I've got 0.2 in there, so I know I can go in a little bit more.
I've got the thixotropic here as well, which Fiona is using there, and you do need that, don't you?
You do need that for what we're doing now. If you're not going to have the curve, and the beauty of it is once I haven't done it on these, but what I could have done was also put the resin on the inside.
Okay.
Once the outside was cooled, I could have turned them over, and it would still work. So I've got my 0.6 and my 0.8 and my 1.6 in there.
So that's and your hardener together there, and you do get these together, by the way, as well. So you will get both of those, and I'm assuming that these would go a long way as well if you're just using those little amounts.
They do, because you're getting 15 grams of this. That's 0.6 straight. No, I need 0.8, don't I? Not 0.6. Yes, I've got to get my maths right. And a little tip, because I don't know, well, I think we've established that us two today are not brilliant at our maths. It might just be the show, of course. Go on, just get me up to 0.8, please. Yes, and I've touched the resin, so that can go in there. And I'll have yet another mixing stick to get the last bit. So again, I'm bringing the scales back to 0. I know I'd got my 1.6 grams, so I'm getting the 8 in again. And what I'm going to do in a second, once I've got these in, I'm going to get you to help me mix them. 0.2, 0.4. Spot on, look at that. Oh yes. I like it when a plan comes together.
She's done it so many times.
Oh, it is what I just love. As you know, I love working with resin, so I'm always happy with it. Okay, let's get rid of that one there. So, if we've got 1.8 and 0.6, that's 2.2.
Right.
Now, with the fluorescent, which I'm going to do first, you can put in a maximum of 10% of the full weight. So if we've got 1.8 and 0.6, it's 2.4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please, I'm sure that's 2.4.
It is 2.4.
Right.
It is.
So I could have 0.24.
Right, yeah, because it's 10%.
Because it's 10%.
So you want to go with 0.24.
That's on the fluorescents. But you don't have to use that much. And to be absolutely honest, with this very small amount, I'm going to find it really difficult to actually, if I was to try and measure that out, I would find it really, really difficult. But I've put the scales back to 0, and I've sort of just swizzled those around a cocktail stick. and I'm just going to put a little drop like that in.
Yeah.
That hasn't, it's registered as 0.2. So that was all I used, was that one piece. That's up to 0.2. And I'm going to, I could go with more, but I'm actually going to settle with that because I don't want to go and get too much in.
And the colour for your fluorescence is just at the bottom of your screen, by the way, so if you're thinking, oh, I want the fluorescence now as well.
Yes. Now, what I should have done there, normally you would mix the resin, the colour paste into the resin first.
Okay.
For speed, today I've just mixed everything in together, but really at home you should be mixing the colour paste actually into your resin.
Right.
So the tip that I would do is if I was knowing that I was going to do 1.8 grams and 0.6, knowing that total is, I would actually have it on a piece of paper, have it all written out so that I know how much paste I need to put into the resin, get that mixed, and we're done.
That's quite good actually. I think with my math.
I absolutely have to.
I think I would write it all down first, so I knew exactly.
Can I get you to carry on just giving that a little stir for me? Now, I'm also going to mix up the black at this. In fact, I'm going to let's get all the colours mixed at this stage. So I'm going to do the same again. Now, with the opaque colour pastes, the ratio is different again.
Okay.
So with these, you can put in 5% of the total weight. So instead of your 0.24, yes, 0.24, it's now 0.12. So I need the tiniest amount, and I'm popping that in now. And just because I know I've done it so many times, that actually hasn't even registered yet. But these colour pastes are so divine. It's still not registered, but I know I don't need that much. Come on, and these scales are really, there we go. It's just flashing on to 0.1 now. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. I'm just going to bring in the other colours while you're using the black there, because we do have the black, the blue, the red, and the yellow there as well. All four you're going to get there as well. And there is 30 grams in each one again there for you as well. So I'm going to go, and you've seen how little, I should say. I'm not going to say how little you've used. Do these have like kind of a shelf life on them, Fiona? Once you open them?
I've got colour paste that I've been using 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. What you may find when you open your bottle, it hasn't in these, but sometimes you'll get a little bit of colour of separation where the binding agent that is used with the pure pigment has slightly separated. All you need to do is just give that a really good stir and bring it back to its same consistency again. So if I can pass that one and just get you to give that one a stir for me, and then we'll do the same. And I'm going to do it exactly the same colourway that I've done on the pieces, just so that you can all see, you know, just exactly what I did. And it's the same again. This is an opaque one, so it's the 5% of the total weight. So we're looking at just over a gram. You see, I've hardly got any there. It hasn't even registered the gram, but I know from what I'm putting in that will be enough to get the depth of colour that I need.
Yeah.
So pop those under there. And then we'll mix that one, and then we can have some real fun, because I love getting these colours on. Now, I have every expectation that today I will not get straight lines.
No, you've got it all wrong, Fiona. You have to think you will,
yes,
and you will.
I'm going to get perfectly straight lines. I'm not going to make any messes.
No, it's all just going to be perfect.
I'm definitely not going home with resin all over me. Promise.
No.
Promise.
You're right, it's going to be fine, I tell you.
So if I pass that one on to you now.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to pick the black up and just show you. And if the camera can pick this up. But at the moment, look, that is actually running off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that mean I haven't stirred it enough?
No, it's absolutely fine. As it's to say that as you stir this and mix it, the consistency will go thinner.
Okay.
And all you need to do is just leave that to one side just for a minute or two, and then just let that settle.
Yeah.
And then as you're working with it, it'll just gradually start to thicken up. You've got around about 40 to 45 minute window of working time.
Right.
So you're absolutely fine. Now I'm going to start, because we did the pink first, I'm actually going to start by putting the pink on, which is this card of pieces. Let's have that one over there. Now, The reason I've done them, as I said before, was because I wanted you to see what the properties are like with these. I'm actually going to pick it up so that hopefully I'll be able to show you better to camera.
Okay.
Now, yes, I did the pink on the inside. I'm just you see how it's really going round? It's quite thin.
Yeah.
I can get quite a thin line. Okay, and I can just bring that round there, try and get it past my thumb. And around that one. Now, if you found it easier, you could also brush it on with a paintbrush. Obviously, afterwards your paintbrush is going to be ruined. Yeah. But that's absolutely fine if you get a cheapish one. But you have got to be careful because the bristles do, of course, on the cheaper ones, the bristle does come out. So just practice with your mixing stick. Yeah. But you see, I don't know, again, can the camera see how it's sort of pulling back towards the stick as you've still got this string of resin. Yeah. So a little bit more on the end there. And if you think we've mixed up 2 grams of resin, I daren't mix up any less because you do need to make sure that you're getting enough and that you're getting a good consistency and that you're being accurate. Yeah. But there, we've done 2. And I've barely used the resin.
That's brilliant.
So we'll do these 2 as well. I just want to get these made just so that I can then put the black against it and show you how each one went. Okay. Now, I am just gently moving it around that hole. Yeah. I really want to try and avoid it going through the hole if I can. Okay. But as I say, if you fail and it does go through, once it's cured, just work it through either with your awl or you can go through it with your Dremel with a 0.8 drill bit with care. Okay. Just so that you don't make the hole any bigger than you want it to be, because obviously we've actually put these holes in quite close to the edge because we've gone on the narrow part. Yeah. Now I haven't on these ones put the hole in the round ones because the other idea I had afterwards, as you always do, is, well, actually, did I have to put holes in those? Because obviously the discs haven't. What I could have done was actually put 2 strands through and pull them through. Yeah. So that's another option. So I haven't put the holes in these ones. Okay. And we'll see if these cure sufficiently so that I can get them home in one piece. That would be good. But in forgetting the little bit of plastic, I haven't got the box for it to sit in either. Silly girl. There we go. It's just going round. And of course you can go as low as you want with these. They are organic, so you haven't got to have them absolutely perfect. There, that's the pink. I don't think we need to put any more pink on there. Personally, I think that's enough. But if I show you the pot, that's the pot, and we've got absolutely tons in there. Wow. So really, you'd have to throw that away unless you're making something else. Yeah, I mean, what I tend to do when I'm working with this at home, I'll have a piece of acetate, and I will just put blobs of this on, and then you've got little blobs left that you can put in other resin, so that you don't. I can't waste it. I would no, just could not waste it.
This Fiona, this one's the transparent resin here. Do you use that in exactly the same way?
No, the transparent resin is a much more viscous. Sorry, less viscous. It's much more runny. Yeah. So you would need to put that into a bezel or onto a mould. Right. Something like that. Yeah. So I'm just moving on here and just getting the black on just a couple of these, just so I can show you how I work the 2 colours together. I want to go back to the others so that you can see how I got the lines in. I've not been as straight as I'd like to be, but hey, you would at home, believe me, because you would take your time, and you'd also sort of do any mop-ups that you need. I am definitely going over the hole on this as well, and I think that's just because I'm trying to rush it a little bit, because I want to get through and show you as much as I can. Oops, there we go. So we'll leave that one there. Okay, so now we're going to go on to this. Now what I'm going to do, just to help myself a little bit here,
Tricky manoeuvre.
It's tricky manoeuvres. So I want to just hold those down. I'm not going to be able to pick it up this time.
Yeah.
So I'm just only lightly putting a little bit of pressure on that pink. I'm hoping, are you able to see what we're doing here? Is that okay?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, so now can you see any bleeding?
No.
Isn't that just absolutely magic? That there's no bleeding there whatsoever. I absolutely adore this resin.
It's fab, isn't it?
Now I'm going to just gradually turn that round. So I'm going to do the other side. And I want to show you how we get the lines in. Whoops. Hold that down there.
Okay. The resin is on your screen now, the transparent resin. You've got here your yellow, you've got your black, you've got your green, your red, and your blue there as well. So you've got 5 colours. So as Fiona said, because that is a little bit more runny, this one, as opposed to the paste that she's using, you will need to use that in bezel settings.
In bezels,
really.
or in moulds as well.
Yeah.
In moulds is really, really good. Now I've also, people will be able to see on my page, I've also been doing some paintings with resin.
I've seen them. OMG. Is it on your Facebook page?
It's on my Facebook page.
Can we find this? Can we possibly show this? Because they are out of this world, I tell you.
I think you'll have to look on the Fiona Potter page as opposed to as opposed to my JM Guest Designer page. I wasn't sure I could put them on there because
we'll get it ready for the next hour. We'll have a look on the break and we'll see and show you.
Okay, we've got the Oh, I thought that was the resin going everywhere, and having promised that we were not going to make a mess. Sorry, we.
Doing so well. Yeah,
okay.
no, we. I mean, I know I'm normally messy, but this is out of my hands, to be fair.
Okay, now I'm using a little toothpick here, and I've not got too much resin on the end, and I'm holding it over the black and pulling it over.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I worked in the same way that you've got a clock, so I'm working on opposites. So I'm going from the bottom over the top and pulling, and then I did the quarter hours. So I did all the hours, and then I did the quarter hours.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going across there, and it's just another way of doing it. And I just thought how nicely it toned down the pink, which is so. You know, a lot of people see the pink and think, "Oh gosh, that's so bright." It really isn't. You can do so many things with it. So that's drawn the colour down on there. So if I just pull that one across again, if anybody's got any questions about the thixotropic resin, it is a different kind of resin, please ask away.
Okay.
Absolutely fine to answer.
I'm going to quickly squeeze this one in before the top of the hour because I have to. I love this. It's the sparkle.
I love the sparkle.
Oh, Fiona, I just love this. It's fantastic. Would you use this in the same way that you're using these ones now?
No, again, it's
different, is it?
It's different. So you would use it in a mould or in a bezel.
Oh.
Now, the one thing with that sparkle resin, it's the neutral.
Yeah.
So what's fantastic about it is you could put some colour paste in.
Yes.
And you could move it and make it into a different colour, which is just divine. Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
If I move that one to, again, we've got lots of black left, but I've only done 2 black pieces. I'm just going to move in with the red. Okay. So if I move in now with the red, and I'm just going to try and get the red. I'm going to have another cocktail stick. I get through literally thousands of these.
I bet you do.
But it's
I bet if anybody used them for the cheese and pineapple, you'd have something to say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Get off my cocktail sticks!
Why? Yes, why? These are for my resin. Okay, so that's just going on the bottom there. Again, because of the thickness of this resin, it's perfect. I'm not doing this as neatly as I'd like to.
Don't worry, don't worry.
There we go. But you get. Unfortunately, I'd got some black on there, and I pulled the black in at the bottom. But that's the idea that you get. But again, look how much we've used, and look how much we've got left. There are stacks left. But again, at home, I would use them up.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I always make sure I've got enough.
It's just so effective, isn't it? And as you say, the fact that you can tone down colours if you want to and make them different. And with this sparkle, you can add colour in there as well.
If I get the blue, which is down here, the fluorescent blue.
Yeah.
Don't mix the fluorescents and the opaques because obviously they're different. They're different amounts. If I got my blue out, because I know that I didn't put very much in it, and it's only just a quick example. So this one's what I mean about you get a little bit of separation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give it a stir.
Just give that a really good stir in. And it will be fine. They last such a long time. And you know the beauty of them as well is, because they are absolutely pure pigment, just put a little bit on the end there. Because they are pure pigment, they're not going to fade. You're going to have absolute colour stability. Now I'm just doing that just to show you. I wouldn't be able to use this resin because this hasn't been measured. But I'm getting a nice purple going on in there, look.
Look at that.
So that's a nice pale one. Bring a little bit more down. You can bring it in. Go again and just grab a little bit more of that, and we can go a little bit deeper. But if you were going to mix your colours in this way, I would say mix your colours first. Mix your colours first outside of the resin, and then add them into the resin so that you know that you're getting the right weight. But there, look at that gorgeous purple.
Love that. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
And that no longer looks fluorescent, does it?
No. Oh, I love it. I love it. $4.95. DVD. Oh yes, have a look at the DVD. We can quickly squeeze this in before the break. This is brilliant. Quite often, it's been a while since I've talked about doing this actually, but I used to mention this so often because I love personalised gifts.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Capturing memory as your DVD here, it is just so good. Because you can do this with photographs. That's what I love. You could put a photograph into a bezel and then put your clear resin over the top.
You were saying earlier about charm bracelets being the big seller last year. I made a charm bracelet for my son commissioned it from me for his girlfriend for Christmas, and we had him and her in the centre, her and her sister in a charm.
Wow.
We had both of the dogs in a charm. And then the rest, and then with each one, I put the relevant birth gemstone with that picture. So one for her sister's birthday, one for each of the dogs' birthdays, one for theirs, and it just made it such a personal charm bracelet. So
that's brilliant. It's such a good idea. At $4.95, you've got an hour of tuition there for you. We will be going to a break now, but you can still come in. Just jot the code down. Just come through to the call centre and tell them that you're in for the DVD. It will be on the website now. After the break, we've got a star by Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire. We'll be back with Fiona in about an hour's time for another kit. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Oh.
Live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker. Also referred to as dysthene, is best known for its deep, rich colours and rarity. The name is derived from the Greek word kainos, meaning blue, and although it is not a birthstone, it is often associated with the zodiac signs of Aries, Taurus and Libra. Its clear, strong blue to bluish green appearance has placed kyanite in the direct association with loyalty, serenity, calmness, innovation and dreams. For more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Start by time for you now, ruby, emerald and sapphire. 3 of your big 5 in one strand. Have a look at this, look at these colours. This is fantastic. Look at those rich ruby red hues that you have there. Gorgeous, gorgeous greens from your emerald and beautiful blue sapphires. I love what we've done in this strand actually, the graduation there. And then just alternating the sapphires and the emeralds at the bottom. Really, really beautiful, just as it is, but it's entirely up to you if you want to get this strand home. You want to take out all of those rubies and just use those in a design. You want to take sapphires and use those, or the emeralds. Anything goes. Do you know what I'm thinking? Pearls. Alternating these with pearls. How high end would that look? Beautiful. Wouldn't it just? Oh, so, so glamorous. Now, 3 of your big 5. If you have just tuned in thinking, big 5, what's your big 5? They are the most precious, or considered to be the most precious, gemstones on the planet. So your big 5 are rubies, emeralds, sapphire, diamonds and Tanzanite. Considered to be some of the most precious. To have gemstones like this in your collection is incredible, isn't it? You know, these are gemstones that we associate with royalty. You know, if we think sapphire and rubies, we think crown jewels. I do anyway. You know, the Imperial State Crown, the Royal Engagement Ring, for example, as well. Emerald, it's my favourite gemstone in the whole wide world. Individually here, for sapphire, emeralds and ruby, you've got a big, big carat weight, 52 carats in total. So looking at the ratio of gemstones here, there's a lot of sapphire there, isn't there? An awful lot of sapphire. And the same with the emerald and the ruby as well. They are stunning. The colour is so crisp. They are saturated with colour. Every single gemstone here. Now, it does say on my graphicals that these are completely natural. 100% natural. So the colours that you are looking at here, these are the colours that these gemstones were mined with. All we have done is faceted and polished the gemstone. I say all, and then we've graduated it as well with the colour, the faceting. That's hours and hours of work there as well. But all the Labradorites are watching saying, she just said that's all. It takes a long time to facet it, and I did say we. I don't do that. Yeah. I'm not a Labradorist. Can you imagine if I try? In fact, we should do this here at Jewellery Maker. We should have a wheel here and just set us all the presenters and the guest designers a little challenge to facet a gemstone. Price for the worst, because then I know I would win.
Well, I'd be a close second.
Oh, mine would be terrible. And the thing is as well, Fiona, you think, wouldn't you, looking at the gemstone, oh, it's only small, it'd be fine. The smaller the gemstone, the more difficult that is to facet. I can't even begin to imagine. You have the most beautiful strand of your ruby, emerald and sapphire here. Put this with your pearl, save it for your commissions. You know, if you've got any commissions, bridal commissions, somebody wants a special piece of jewellery for a special occasion. Maybe you just want a special piece of jewellery for that special occasion. This could be it, couldn't it? 0800 644 655 or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. So 3 of the world's most precious gemstones. So sapphire. I think outside of Jewellery Maker, I've never ever seen sapphire in double figures. Or emerald for that matter. Or ruby. You could put, oh, and some. One of each. I just said you could put one of each on a bracelet. You get your money back. Yes, you could, couldn't you? Easily. I wouldn't compromise on your precious metal here. It would have to be 925 sterling silver for me. Maybe the earring findings again that we've got coming up later on. It might be that you want to pop a few sapphires on there, on a head pin, or some emeralds on there. That's the thing, you know, you've got 3 of your big 5 here. You've got that option. Get this strand home. Oh, what would I like to wear on Friday night? Oh, I'll have a sapphire this Friday. Next Friday on my night out, I'll wear ruby. Only the big 5 for me, darling. £24.95, not your price tag. So all of you that have checked out already, guess what? We're about to put money back in your pocket. Not just a couple of pounds, not just your P&P. £10 back in your pocket. £14.95 for ruby, emerald and sapphire. If you are brand new and you've just tuned in, you're thinking, hang on a little minute. This can't be right. Genuine sapphire, ruby and emerald. $14.95. Where's the catch? Where's the small print? There isn't any. There isn't a catch either. Price tag on your screen is all you are going to pay, plus your P&P, which is £2.95 standard here in the UK. I do believe, I was just saying if my maths serves me correctly, but it was totally Ollie that just gave me the maths in my ear. Approximately 40% off there. 40% off of that price tag for you. JD VX62. Can you imagine if you walked down Bond Street, you know, and you walked past one of the boutique jewellers and it said 40% off emerald, ruby and sapphire? You would have to fight through the crowds, wouldn't you? You really would. 40% off.
You wouldn't stop yourself going in, would you?
Oh, I'd be right in there, Fiona. I would be melting plastic that day, I tell you. JD VX62 at £14.95. Collect it in Angus Lane in Hampshire. Deborah in Tyne Weir, Rosemary in Gloucestershire, Collect it in Essex, and well done to you. Philippa, you've just joined me as well. Linda, congratulations. Samantha, you're there as well. You've got to check out your baskets. We've taken £10 off of this price tag for you this afternoon. You've got to get this home. 30-day money-back guarantee. You are not going to need it. I tell you, Ollie, if I had £1 every time I mentioned Valentine's Day this morning, oh, yeah. Oh, I'm big on Valentine's Day. Well, I don't know why, because he's not in when he's not watching. Ollie just said, are you dropping hints? Ollie, honestly, oh, thanks. Ollie just said, I'll send you a card with a question mark in it. Brilliant. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I was talking about this today because the best Valentine's card I ever had wasn't off my husband. It was years and years ago, and it was made out of bread. Yeah, it was brilliant. So I knew exactly who it was off, but because he was a baker. Yeah. Yeah. So it was brilliant. And now you see, Toby's like, how on earth would you make a Valentine's card out of bread? Get yourself a bloomer on your way home, Toby. Just give it a go. No, I didn't eat it. It was a bit stale. Ollie just said it didn't cost him much dough, did it? No. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, so I forgot where I was going with that link now. That's what I was going to say, Valentine's cards. You kind of want the person to know, don't you, who it's off? Do you not? I mean, what's the point in sending a Valentine's Day card with a question mark on it? I mean, what is the actual point of that? Where did this even come from?
I suppose it's to keep you guessing, isn't it? Or, I don't know. I never used to get Valentine's cards.
Neither did I, you've got to be honest. My bread one's the best one I've ever had. £14.95, JD VX62. Ollie just said, are you sure it was a Valentine's card, or did he just make you a sandwich? What kind of person do you think I am, Ollie? Do you think, oh, this is a Valentine's card? There might be a piece of cheese and some lettuce and pickle in there, but this is a Valentine's card. Oh. Written on it in mayonnaise. Yes. Oh. You could do that, I'm sure you could do that, yeah. No, it actually carved into the bread, so it had to be a little bit stale to do that. I liked it anyway. £14.95. If you have this in your basket, please make sure you're checking out Eleanor in Barcelona, Deborah in Tyne Weir, Rose, and we collect it in Essex, Wound and Ruth in Yorkshire. You have just got yours. Massive congratulations. Well done. Okay. 2:30. Oh, brand new. Look at this colour. Holiday. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is coming up for you at 2:30. Not too long at all. And coming up for you at 3 o'clock as well is the pink sapphire. 22 carats of pink sapphire for you. Love those. Deal of the day today, let me just show you. Deal of the day. This is the day that we all here wish we were at home. This is a brand new strand of black spinel. I know, Fiona, this would look gorgeous with your outfit today, isn't it?
That's got to be my strand.
It's beautiful. Really, really stunning. There's such a big carat weight here. I would like to wear these. Aren't these gorgeous? Coming up, deal of the day, $4.20. $4.20. Not long at all. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at some zircon for you. This is lushness. Oh, look at this colour. Oh, do you know, this with smoky quartz would look so high end. This is a really, really long strand that you've got here. It is. Look at this colour. Look at the faceting. Now, if you want a gemstone with history, my goodness me, do you have it right here. We've got the last 20 opportunities for you to get your zircon. 28 carats of completely natural zircon. This is dreamy. Zircon for me is just one of those gemstones that I could get lost in. I mean, the history, thinking about, you know, I don't know, let's say amber, for example. Amber, you know, 50 million years of history. Brilliant, that's a lot of history. Nothing beats this. This gemstone was mentioned in the Bible. This gemstone had the earth redated. In fact, this gemstone saw the dinosaurs and the pyramids being built. Such a show off, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Such a show off gemstone. 4.5 billion years in the making. Wow. 4.5 billion years of history, packed full of history, your gemstone here. I think that is just incredible. This for me is one of those gemstones as well that for bridal commissions, it's up there. It really is. I'm going to say possibly even more than diamonds for me. If I want a bridal commission, I'd be more than happy. Can you imagine a delicate little bracelet? How about the flower spaces that we had earlier on? Do we have any of those left, Toby? Some left on the website. Whoopsie. How about just popping one of these? I'm trying to hold that without it falling. There we go. How about just popping one of those into your design as a bridal commission? Oh, it doesn't have to be bridal commission. Any occasion that you like. 28 carats, completely natural zircon. That's a 30 centimetre strand that you've got there. £39.95. Not your price tag this afternoon. 0800 644 655 YC VX 37 is your code for this one. Christine and Kent, you've checked out straight away and we've just put £10 back in your pocket. So a massive, massive congratulations. With the strand that you've got here, the length that you've got, you could make an entire suite, couldn't you? You could have the earrings, you could have the necklace, you could have the bracelet, the sparkle, again, the faceting, incredible. With smoky quartz, with pearls, gorgeous. Well done. Okay. There we go. Have a look at these. Labradorite bundle. We don't see these very often, do we? 3 strands of Labradorite in one fantastic bundle. Oh, look at these wheels. Oh, wowzers. These are gorgeous. Such a fantastic bundle for you here. Labradorite, actually, up until last year, it was beaten to the top spot last year by Tanzanite. But up until then, it'd been voted your favourite gemstone for 3 years running. And Labradorite is one of those gemstones, isn't it, that is so captivating. If people have never seen it before, you know, it's very striking. It gets people talking, gets people asking you what the gemstone is. It is just magnificent, this gemstone. The Labradorescence that you are seeing there, this bluish shimmer, greenish shimmer that we are seeing coming from the surface is completely natural, and that's exactly what you should be seeing in Labradorite. Now, in your faceted wheels there, you've got 55 carats. That's a massive carat weight just by itself. You've then got 35 carats in your faceted rounds there. These are beautiful. And in your rounds here, you've got 160 carats. So total carat weight there is 250 carats of Labradorite. If you've got any moonstone, I think these two together look phenomenal. If you want to leave that by itself, how about some simple stretches, but using all 3 strands there, stacking and racking, very much on trend. Very much on trend at the moment. Look at these. I love that. How pretty does that look? Maxi dress in the summer, chunking it in the winter, t-shirt and jeans. They're fantastic. SHGC19 is your code for this one. £22.85 is your price tag. Sorry, not your price tag. We're going down even lower for you today. 800 644 655. £14.95 is where we're at for 3 strands. That's less than £5 per strand. If you're coming in today because you want to top up your stash, what a great day to be coming in. Look at the Labradorescents. They are gorgeous. What would you do with this bundle, Fiona, if we gave you this as a challenge today?
I would probably do a stackered bracelet. I would also do a necklace. I would also do earrings.
And look, you could go on, couldn't you?
You could, because there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But you could really show it off. And I think it's just because of its underlying colour, I suppose.
Yeah.
The core colour is that sort of neutral kind of colour. You can do more with it, I think, and you could put things with it, and then whatever you're wearing, it sort of picks it up with all of that stuff that's going on the inside.
In fact, Labradorite, when you use this in resin as well, or the clear resin, it magnifies the Labradorite.
It, yes. Same with, I do a lot with crushed opal.
Yeah. Wow.
And it again, it captures it, and it just holds it, and it just shows itself off.
Wow,
it's beautiful.
But that looks gorgeous. That's an incredible price tag you got there. Christine, Anna, Gillian, well done. Okay, have a quick look at the lemon quartz. 2:30. I don't know where time's going today. Silly time. Lemon quartz coming up for you in just 10 minutes time. Brand new strand. I love the shape of these. Gorgeous, aren't they? Not long to wait at all. Okie dokies. Heliodor. That's the wrong one over here. Ooh. Look at these. Graduated strand I've got to get to, because I want one strand just like this. I want them graduated, really heavy design. But then I'd like to use them all individually. And if you saw our new tool, well, I say new tool, the tool that we had back in the other day, a bit like your Wags Y comb. Not Conalicious, Conetastic it was called. The Conetastic tool, that's perfect for making your little cones to go on top of these in a pendant. They are all so sizable. 140 carats in total. You see, when they're graduated like this, you just don't want to separate them, do you? In fact, later on today, we've got some of the necklace collars coming up. The thinner ones, you can wire wrap these around the necklace collar. Keep that graduation. Looks fab. And with any coloured wire, these will work with as well. What would your preference be, Fiona, with coloured wires?
Coloured wire with those, I would go with antique bronze.
Yeah.
Because I like, to me, it would give a real sort of depth to it. And it would also then, I think, help show off the beauty of the stone.
Yeah, definitely. Like anything's going to work, isn't it?
Absolutely,
really?
It's gorgeous.
Anything, you know, your silver's going to bring that crispness, your gold's going to bring that warmth as well. Your antique bronze and your copper really going to complement those tones that you've got there. I love these. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 individual gemstones, 12 by 7 to 40 by 8 millimeters in size 17 centimetre strand. You've got there £24.95, not your price tag today. One of those, I'd love that. Long drop in a pendant. You could have choker style as well, couldn't you? £19.95. I've already forgotten how many were there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 at £19.95. That's an incredible price tag, less than £2 per gemstone. XWRU09 is your code for these, 0800 644 655, or on the web today at JewelleryMaker.com. Well done to Collect It in Angus. Tina, you've got yours. Well done. Valerie, you've just joined me. Well done. Deborah, you're there as well. Congratulations. Moira, you're back in. Well done to you. £19.95. Incredible price tag. Hold those lines and make sure you're checking out your baskets. Ooh. Is this the pink sapphire strand that I have coming up? As your star by at 3 o'clock. Oh. Oh, Fiona, I just want to do a big love heart. Valentine's Day. So perfect.
Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't it look lovely with the black spinel as well?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, those coming up for you. Start by at 3 o'clock. Right. Aquamarine. Oh, look at this colour. Aquamarine. Love this gemstone. Love, love, love the gems. I mean, look at the colour that we are looking at. In fact, the lemon quartz would go beautifully with your aquamarine. Look at that for a summer design. 63 carats of your milky aquamarine you've got here, 5 to 8 millimetres in size. These would be perfect shapes, and in fact the perfect size for doing, again, bridal commissions, any hair pieces, you know, doing your tiara twists, your fascinators and things like that. These would look gorgeous. Imagine having a tiara full of genuine gemstones.
Yeah, it's really funny you saying that. I'm just trying to see if I can find in the drawers a tiara or a comb.
Challenge.
Because with these, they'd be so pretty.
They're just dreamy, aren't they? And they're such a beautiful... it reminds me of spring, aquamarine does. Always makes you think of spring, and I guess it's because of the pastel hue that you get with this gemstone as well. You've got so much lustre, so much sparkle there as well. Put them with morganite, put them with rose quartz. Your baby pinks look stunning with your baby blues there as well. 16 centimetre strand, MIBX 73, £39.95. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 54 individual gemstones you have here. I'm always saying that for me, aquamarine and topaz are two gemstones on the high street here in the UK that are ridiculously priced. Not in a good way, massively overpriced, I think it's fair to say. Go and do your research. You've got a massive, massive carat weight here and an incredibly low price tag. 0800 644 655. Any March babies? When's your birthday, Fiona?
Next month.
You're another February baby. So, who else was February? Where's Feb? No. We had 3 people in the studio yesterday that were all February, and I can't remember. When are you, Toby? April. Ben? June. Where's? May. There was 3 people in the studio yesterday that all... Pete was one. Guest designer... Who was here yesterday? Wendy. Yeah, guest designer Wendy. Then we had Pete, and there was somebody in the gallery. All February babies.
Wow.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky girl. March babies. We didn't have anyone in March, did we? £29.95. If your birthday's in March, you are lucky to have this birthstone. MIVX 73. Lots and lots of you with these in baskets. Do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Let's squeeze in one more before we do the star by. Let's bring you some findings. This is a big pack of your findings that you've got here. 118 pieces, rose gold plated. Great for topping up your stash. And again, if you are new to us here at Jewellery Maker and you're thinking, where do I start? You're definitely going to need some findings. If you want to make earrings and pendants and necklaces, oh my. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, right. Toby said, price tag here for us. It's not great. We're taking every penny and every pound and literally every penny that we can off of this price tag for you. For 118 pieces, I would definitely be coming in today. You've got so much in here. You've got so many fancy earring wires. You've got a long length of chain, metre long length of chain in here. You've got some fantastic toggle clasp, beautiful floral spacers in here. Crimp covers, your featherweight head pins as well. So smaller gemstones, perhaps your 2mm gemstones where the drill hole might be a little bit smaller, or pearls maybe. They're brilliant for that as well. Look at this chain just by itself. And also, I'm just going to take this one clasp out because this clasp can be used as a pendant if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you, you don't have to. But one of our guest designers did it with a different findings pack just the other week. Just your jump ring, attach that onto there. You've got yourself a really pretty necklace. And again, really simple jewellery making. 100. Oh, do you know what? There's so many people on the web multi-buying. I know why. I'm not going to pretend I don't. Exactly. Ben just said, what is that price? That is every penny, every single penny that we can squeeze off, and we've done it. We don't see prices like this very often at all, do we? Look at these floral spacer beads as well. Really pretty. These are gorgeous. These are great in earrings. 0800 644 655 YB AZ 10. If you've got those in your basket, I would definitely check out. I tell you, it's time for Star Buy. I caught our Fiona having a little bop there to the music, but it does make you do that. It makes me want to throw some shapes. Yeah, it's like a Friday night. I mean, I don't do that anymore, and I've never danced like that anyway. But you know, just like throwing shapes. Yes, love it. Do you do that at your house parties? Yeah, I tell you, a few glasses of wine.
Who knows if you've had
Get
a few
the Star
glasses
Buy
of wine.
music on. Look at this resin. Woo!
Am I sad? I'm sorry.
I love it. Have a look at these. These are beautiful. 58 carats of your lemon quartz. Now this is brand new. You will be the very first people to get this home today. The very first people to ever get this strand into your stash. Now, I love the shapes of these. We don't have the saucers very often.
I love the saucers. I think they're a really, really unique shape.
Yeah.
And to get them in a genuine gemstone, you get all of that. I don't know, you just see more of the gemstone.
Oh, definitely. These are fabulous. Almost, I want to say, a contemporary, if you like, I suppose, with this shape as well. There's so much juiciness in these gemstones with their colour, and the sparkle is fantastic. Lemon quartz, what does this gemstone make you think of? What does this colour make you think of? Definitely. Ben says meringue. Oh, Ben, why did you have to do that? Makes you think of summer and sunshine and warmth and spring. Daffodils. Oh, how lovely. It's such an uplifting colour. Such an uplifting colour. It's one of those colours like we say with citrine. It's a happy gemstone. It's the gemstone of happiness. This colour just uplifts you, and it looks fantastic with anything as well, you know, with the aquamarine that we had earlier on, with the pink sapphires that we got, pink sapphires that we've got coming up, the black spinel that we've got coming up, and Brenda said, you know what, to be honest, it looks really expensive, doesn't it? Does. It really, really does. These shapes as well, they're great as spacers, aren't they? They're going to sit beautifully in between other gemstones. But even just using these as they are graduated, maybe popping some jump rings in between there as well as spacers. Rose gold, Ben's going with today. I've got some rose gold findings just over here. Let's have a little look. The £5.47 ones. That'll be right. Would look really, really pretty, wouldn't they? 5x2 to 7x3mm in size. And this is a 21 centimetre strand that you have here as well. So gemstone wise, there's a lot of gemstone that you have here. I quite like the idea of having these in earrings. You know, perhaps, I'm going to go with 6 maybe. 6 in each ear, just on a head pin, long drop, maybe some chain on there as well. They'd look gorgeous. Now, thinking about quartz, it's probably fair to say it's one of the most abundant gemstones on the planet. You know, I don't think we're ever going to be in a situation, well, certainly not in my lifetime, where we're like, do you know what, we're running out. It's a very, very abundant gemstone. But this is the great thing. Because it's abundant, we can do a fantastic price tag. Because this is a premiere, we can bring you a premiere price tag on this gemstone as well. I would definitely be getting this into my stash, Fiona. I mean, especially if you're a crafter and you know, the months ahead, the spring, the summer months.
I use those a lot with my resin.
Yeah.
Because I'll do a really sort of like a paint effect in a resin, or put a picture in a paint effect, and then have that as the bracelet or the necklace, because they just sit so well. And, you know, it dresses up your resin and just makes it look even better.
Yeah. Oh, they're just glorious. Just make you think of speaking of sunshine. I was having a very interesting conversation in the car on the way here with producer Danny. In that yesterday, day before, it was like -3, something like that. Apparently tomorrow it's going to be 15 degrees.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yes, I am considering getting the barbecue out, I tell you. Once it gets to that kind of temperature, I can sit in the garden with the cardigan on. 15, I kid you not, apparently. So they say, whoever they are. VIRU. Those are your rules, Ben. Oh, gosh, you're going to have a long wait. Ben just said, well, my rules generally are, when we get to double figures in temperature, summer's on its way. Ooh. But we had double figures on Christmas Day, didn't we? Christmas Day was like, what, 13, 14 degrees in Wales for me? It was brilliant. Not minus, I think. It wasn't quite 15, Ben, but, you know. It was mild. VIRU24. There's so many of you checking out already. Web bidders, well done. £7.95. I've got lots of you multi-buying. Lots and lots of you. You're the first people to get this down. Do you know what? You could potentially be the last as well at £7.95. 800 644 655. Can you imagine this with amethyst? I don't think I've got any amethyst by me today actually, but amethyst with your yellows. In fact, tell you what I do have. Ametrine. Amethyst and citrine. Oh, what a dream together. Look at these. The yellows and the purples there as well. Just stunning. If you've not started dialing yet, I would be doing it round about now because these are going very, very quickly. Brand new strand. You've still got time to dial. If you're watching us today at home on the television and you're using the phone lines, just start dialing now. You will absolutely do it. Telephone, no, not telephone bidders, web bidders. Just check out your baskets. Get involved. Get this home. 30-day money-back guarantee you are not going to need at all. It's there just for your peace of mind. If you feel I'm not going to use it, or actually, no, I don't think it's worth £7.95. I don't think we've actually had anybody say that to us. £7.95 for genuine gemstones. Incredible. VIRU24. Sandra, Linda, Annette, well done, Rosalind. Yvette in the West Midlands, Susan in Yorkshire, Pamela, well done, Christine collecting in the West Midlands, Joan, Olwyn collecting in Angus. Think about it, you've got nothing to lose. Free telephone number and a 30-day money-back guarantee. And we're at £7.95. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. VIRU24. If you do have this one in your basket, make sure you're confirming. And telephone bidders, if you've got a phone in your hand, all you need to do is speak with the call centre and you'll have this on its way very, very soon. Well done. Okay, end of this hour. Can't remember where I got that from. I kind of tried to make, not a New Year's resolution, but just a resolution that I'm going to put everything back in the correct place. The trouble is my memory. When I picked it up, I have no idea where I got it from. Thanks, Toby. There we go. Right, I'm going to do the ametrine now. Oh, these gemstones, though. Look at the shape. Oh. Oh! I forgot to mention that, didn't I, at the start of the show? Sorry, under £10 section. That'll be now. Oh, yes. Under £10 till 3 o'clock. Everything's going under £10. If you have this, are we starting with this or after this? Yeah? I'm just going to check. I don't believe you. Oh. You're going to have to be really, really quick. And I mean really quick. 84, you might think, oh, I've got a few minutes. These will go so quickly. Ametrine. Over 100 went the last time we had them. We've got the last 84 chances. This gemstone is beautiful. So oozes femininity. If you love your citrine and you love your amethyst, you will be head over heels. This is like an absolute dream for collectors. This really is. Now with ametrine, sometimes you get a very definite colour split, and sometimes you get the blending with the two gemstones. Here we are looking at that blending, like the citrine has been poured into the amethyst. Oh, I love them. And I love the shape that we're looking at here. These irregular shapes, your big nuggets. It says medium. I think these are pretty large. I love them. You know, one of these, imagine how organic just one of these would look. Wire wrapped, I'd go for silver wire, and I would be using my solid sterling silver as well. One of these wrapped in solid sterling silver wire into a ring, that, my goodness me, is going to be an absolute hot rock. I don't think it's right. Now, this is completely natural. Okay, completely natural gemstone. If you've ever seen a gemstone called Bolivianite, it's actually the same gemstone, sometimes referred to as Bolivianite because of the location coming all the way from Bolivia. 100% natural, formed deep below the Earth's crust, whereby during its chemical formation, hotter temperatures meet cooler temperatures. So it's the hotter temperatures within the formation that give us those citrine hues, and the cooler temperatures that give us the amethyst hues within the gemstone. Now, too much heat and the entire gemstone would have just turned to citrine. Oh yeah. How cool is Mother Nature? Oh, I know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 individual, beautiful, beautiful. As far as nugget strands go, this is cream of the crop. Absolutely. Susan in Sussex has got 3. Honestly, everything now until 3 o'clock is going under £10. Genuinely, I would have put this at a minimum of £21.95. I would not have gone below £21.95 on this strand. And we're falling from this price tag. We promised you under 10. So let's go £9.95. No, let's go £8.95 instead. 0800 644 655. Absolutely tons and tons of you coming in now. Make sure you're really quick to check out. I've only got 84 chances. In fact, I've got even less now. And with people multi-buying, in fact, quantities are going up now. I can see quantities going up 2, 3. I've got a 4 there as well. Sarah in West Midlands, Collector Louise in Hertfordshire, well done to you. Collector West Midlands, you've just got 3. Yvette, you've just decided you want 2 as well. Wendy in Essex, Pauline in Bristol, Jackie in North Yorkshire, Claire in Surrey, Collector in Angus, Belinda in Buckinghamshire, Pam in Merseyside, Gillian in Bristol, Susan in Sussex has got 3, Althea in Midlothian, Danielle, Jessica in Hampshire, Nick in Bridgend, well done to you. June in Argyllshire, Joan in Yorkshire. There's tons and tons of you there. Now it's a case of fastest fingers first. So if you're on the phone lines, there is an automated message which you're more than welcome to listen to. Just hit your number 1 button. That puts you through to the call centre. Just confirm as soon as. If I missed out on this deal, I would be absolutely devastated. When I say I would be, so missing out on this. £8.95 for 170 carats. The colours just magnificent as well. You've got that perfect blending. You've got that real strong sunshine hue from your citrine there, and beautiful, beautiful amethyst there. June in Argyllshire, well done. You've just got yours. Joan in Yorkshire. Nick in Bridgend, you've just got 2 as well. Kath in Powys. Bertha in Colorado, congratulations to you. And Julie, well done. Gail, you're there as well. There's so many of you there right now. £8.95 is an absolute steal of a deal. Gorgeous. Right. Ah, Rainbow Moonstone. Wouldn't these look fab with the Labradorite that we had earlier on? That bundle looks stunning. Now look at this budding beaded jewellery, my goodness me. Really, really pretty. Now, it's Anne. Our Anne's in the budding beader workshop today. Really, really pretty designs. Look at these. Just an idea of what you could do with this strand. Now, Anne's made 3 pieces of jewellery here. 3 pieces of jewellery under £10. Value, incredible. They're gorgeous, Anne. Really, really beautiful designs. 800 644 655. You have 120 carats of your rainbow moonstone here. Plain round, 7 to 8 millimetres in size. Stretchies. Oh yes, perfect for stretchies. Half term is just around the corner again. Oh yes, Ben. Middle of Feb, they break it. Yeah, middle of Feb for a week. Then they go back for 4 weeks. Then they've got 2 weeks off again. But half term, you'll know if you're a parent, it's so difficult to find things that are affordable. Everything costs so much money when you try and do things over half term. Soft play areas, avoid them at all costs. They're like the worst places at half term. Do some jewellery making with the kids. Simple stretchy bracelets, really, really easy to do. Macrame, again, really great to do with the kids as well. Get the kids involved with your jewellery making. 120 carats, a rainbow moonstone you've got here. ORGP98 is your code for this one. So versatile. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 49. 49 gemstones. We're going under £10 for you. Make sure you confirm it as soon as you can. Well done. Patricia in Greater London, yeah, I'm having 2. Do you know the great thing is here at Jewellery Maker, you can shop till you drop. From midnight last night right up until midnight tonight, 1 postage and packaging. Whether you buy 10 things, whether you buy 1,000 things. 1,000. What is that? 1,000. Yeah, everyone's like, hang on, are you talking about maths again? £9.95 for you. Well done, Patricia, you've got 2. Jackie, Midlothian, Olwyn in Lancashire, you're there as well. Linda, you're back in. Gail, you're back in. Well done to you. Wendy, Lisa, congratulations. Tina, Margaret, you've just joined me as well. Margot, you're there. Well done. I've got so many of you there right now. Adding to your orders, taking advantage of that 1p and Peaks. Magnificent deals all afternoon here at Jewellery Maker. What wouldn't this go with in your stash? This will work with everything. Absolute clear gemstones, white gemstones, win, win. Any coloured metal, any coloured thread, any coloured gemstone. Brilliant. Lemon pearls. Oh, these would look lovely with the ametrine. Ooh. Whenever I see irregular pearls, it makes me think of a beach. It just automatically does. I think it just does, you know. It's organic. It's that beachy look, isn't it? And I am going to buy these. Yes, I am. Your lemon side drilled freshwater culture pearls here, your Baroque pearls, 9 by 8 millimetres in size. Genuine pearls. I challenge you at home to find 1 pearl, Baroque pearl, irregular shaped pearl, anywhere else for the price tag that we are taking the entire strand down to. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Whatever colour pearls you already have in your stash, the white pearls, the aqua pearls, teal pearls, peacock culture pearls, the salmon pearls, the pinks, these will work beautifully. Weddings, any weddings coming up. Lemon, really popular colour. I was a bridesmaid last year and had a lemon coloured bridesmaid dress as well. These would have looked lush. And do you know what, actually, bridesmaids, 2-3 bracelets there, easily. I mean, look how long this strand is. You could really make them go a long, long way. Now, pearls under £10, it's just wrong anyway. This far under £10 is redonkulous. These are genuine pearls. The real deal at £6.95. ZJMG78 is your code for this. A gemstone that perhaps, you know, you've seen on the high street and thought, oh, I'm never going to get pearls. Never. Get these home, restrand them. Solid, you might think £6.95, I don't need a solid sterling silver clasp. Oh, I definitely would. Definitely would be adding £9.25. What would you do with these, Fiona?
I'd do £9.25 as well. I would do one pearl on the sterling silver head pin, wrap it round and have that dangling just from a silver chain. I would then use the sterling silver ear wires and have a single one from the ear wires. And then a bracelet, little bracelet as well, that was all pearl.
Oh.
And you'll get 2 of those sets easily out of that.
And
but all sterling silver.
Can you imagine the price tag you could put on that?
Quite a lot.
One set for a three-piece suite. Three-piece, that's only right. 3-piece set, because a 3-piece suite is what you put in your lounge, isn't it? £6. And we call them suites, don't we?
Suite of jewellery as well.
Yeah, suite of jewellery, but yeah, £6.95. Anna in Kent, Christine in Essex, collector in Angus. There's absolutely tons of you there. £6.95. Check out my word. Lavender amethyst. Oh. Really, really pretty. Those lavender hues. So feminine, so girly. Morganite, brilliant. Rose quartz, again, fantastic. Your darker amethyst, and maybe your Zambian amethyst as well, would look fantastic, wouldn't it? Just glorious. 8mm rounds you've got here. They are faceted as well, so you've got that extra little bit of lustre there. Oh, do you know? The thing is, I'm looking at this thinking, do you know, I wouldn't put, for me personally, again, I want to go down the stretchy route because I just think they look fab and they're so, so wearable, aren't they, with any outfit. But as far as the gemstones go, again, you know, putting it with your dark amethyst, peridot would look incredible with this. That real crispness, that saturation of colour would look fantastic. Any of your greens, your blues would look phenomenal as well. How would you work these into a resin design then, Fiona? What do you think?
I would work them into a design and I would probably put a little bit of green, like aventurine or something like that in with it. Just a little tiny bit to give it a different colour pop.
Yeah.
I would do it as a necklace, and I would put silver between it because it's delicate. And if we're talking weddings, I wouldn't be using plated. I would be using silver anyway. Yeah. So I'd sort of probably get some little spaces or something in there.
That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Gorgeous. Make sure you're getting these. They're going under £10. OUPO80. Oh, £9.95. We've done what we said we were going to do. But do you know what? I think Toby's lost his marbles. He's going crazy today. £6.95. £6.95. Natural lavender amethyst. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 50 individual gemstones you've got there. Really, really beautiful in their hue. Soft, subtle. Who doesn't love amethyst? I think we all do. Again, next month's birthstones. If you're doing any of your birthstone jewellery, this would be just perfect. Nicola in Hampshire, Mary in Rhondda, well done to you. Good afternoon. Rosaline in Tyne Weir, collector in Angus, Claire in Surrey, Jennifer in Kent, Louisa in Surrey, you're there as well. Hold those lines. If you've just tuned in, the last 10-15 minutes or so has been an under £10 section for the rest of this hour. Go and have a look on the web and see if there's anything still available. Right, clasps for you. Oh, now. Ooh. Ooh. How many do we have? Yes. 3-figure quantity. 3-figure. These are going to fly. These are going to sell out. I have never had these before. Nope. I've never even seen them. They were on once last year in the summer. Okay, so summer of last year. I've never ever seen, we say summer, it was June. Probably raining. All right, all right. Toby says I was in Florida, so, you know. These, I've never ever seen them before. Not been seen since June of last year. Your rose gold plated copper extender rope toggle clasp you have here. Your extended rope toggle clasp. Never ever seen them before. Normally we get the toggle clasp that's just got one of your jump rings on and your T-bar fastening there, but you've got that extended chain there as well. I would so be using these in so many different ways. You've got 10 pieces. Just having, I mean, if you look there as well, so really, jump ring, I mean, this is jump ring heavy. So if you look, we've got 2 of your twisted jump rings there that are closed. Then we've got 2 of your open jump rings there as well that you could use completely separate to your toggle clasp if you wanted to. My goodness me, this is actually a really huge findings pack that you've got here. So if there's 2 of the rope, jump rings, and then 2 of your open jump rings there in every single one. So you would get 20 of these jump rings, these twisted jump rings, other than your basic toggle clasp there. You've got 20 of those. You can take them out and you can use them in completely different designs if you want to. You're then going to have 20 jump rings as well. So if we actually break this down into what we actually have here, individual components, there's a lot here. And these are going under £10. So if you can see there, you take your toggle clasp, you could take your jump ring and the T-bar fastening and use that as is intended. You can then take the rest off if you want to and use them in any designs that you like. There's so much here.
They're absolutely brilliant, aren't they? Like you said, really versatile.
Yeah.
Can go a really long way. You could also, obviously, if you're taking them off and just using the toggle thing, you've got your individual rings, but you could make it into a bigger charm bracelet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or, you know, a circular necklace, you know, a ringed necklace with different things coming off it.
I'm just thinking, you know, you could connect all of these together. I am, yeah. I'm jewellery making. I was just thinking, I've done this before, but not with these extended ones. I mean, look at that for a designer look. Oh, I want these. I've just linked 4 together there. And look at this for a fantastic look. And doesn't that look, I mean, how many seconds did that take me? 10 seconds? Ben's going with 12. Do you know what? It looks like I've done a lot more than what I actually have here, doesn't it? Because of those twisted jump rings, they really, really add a lot of detail in there. Oh, I love this. Do you know what? We've missed a bit of a trick here, I think. Do you not think? Because of how much you have here, how many did I use? 1, 2, 3, 5, I think I used. 4. So with 4 of those, I've made a bracelet. I've made a bracelet, just connecting them all together very, very quickly, very, very simple jewellery making. There's so much here, not just extend a toggle clasp here. There's loads and loads. And we're going to take them down to a really, really low price tag. So many of you, I love, do you know this reminds me of? I'm going to say it, Gucci. Other designers are available. But that really, really that bracelet really reminds me of a Gucci design that I have seen. It's called, I love that, love it. £6.95. £6.95, MOAZ 42. So £6.95, you're getting 10 toggle clasps, if you like, 20 twisted jump rings, and 20 of your open jump rings there as well. That's a lot for £6.95. 0800 644 655. Noala in Derbyshire, you've got 2. Cheryl in South Yorkshire, you've got 2. Patricia in Greater London, you've got 3. Janet in Lancashire, you've got 2. Pauline in West Yorkshire, you've got 2. Congratulations. Mary in Yorkshire, where have you been? And Mirabelle. Mirabelle, I've not seen you for ages. Please send us in a text. Let me know you're okay. I've not heard or seen you for a long time. Ben just said, yeah, now you've mentioned it. It has been a while, hasn't it? Well done, Mary. Christine in Essex, collecting in the West Midlands. I've got about 30 in baskets right now. These are going to go. They will be gone. So make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Telephone bidders, hit that number 1 button. This is such a fantastic deal for you this afternoon. Julie in Argyle and Butte, you've got yours on the telephone lines. Well done to you. Janet in Lancashire, you've got 2 on the telephone lines. Pauline in Yorkshire, you've got 2 on the telephone lines. Congratulations. Linda in Kent, you've got 2 as well. 0800 644 655. MOAZ 42. Jacqueline in Cumbria, Sharon, Isabel, well done, Suki, Dawn, Margaret in Gwent, you're there as well. Confirmation, this is unbelievable. Per component, if we broke that down, that'd be ridiculous. I might just keep that on for the afternoon. Right, yeah, I might. Right, black obsidian, squeeze this in for you before the break. Oh. Look at the shape of these earrings straight away because of the twist that you've got in these in the ears. They're going to look fantastic, aren't they? You twisted rectangles you've got here. Beautiful black obsidian. 30 by 15 millimeters. I bet you like these then, don't you, Toby? Because Toby said earlier on, somebody asked him what his favourite gemstone was. And Toby was like, do you know what? I'm not really sure yet because there's quite a few. But you like your black gemstones, don't you? I don't blame you. They're quite glamorous and high end, isn't there? About black gemstones, and especially, you know, when with clear quartz, pearls, anything like that, monochrome look, you get that classic Art Deco look. 280 carats of your black obsidian you've got here, 30 by 15 millimeters in size. 800 644 655 2468 10 12 13. Shock. They are very durable. I dropped them in shock. £6. They are very durable. £6 and not. Oh, look at them with these toggle clasps. High end. Oh yes. Oh yes. £6.95 coming up after the break. Oh. Now we had a strand of faceted pink sapphire the other day. It was incredible. I think this might beat it. You know, every time they just get better and better and better. Very romantic. And again with the toggle clasp there. It's that rose gold pink, isn't it? Rosalind and Tyne and Weir. Janet, did I count these? I can't remember. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I love it. Did I count them? I think so. No one can remember. There's something in the air conditioning in this place, I reckon. HIGP 35 is your code for this one. Well done if you've managed to get those. I've got a little break coming up for you. After the break, I've got your pink sapphire coming up for you, and I've got the other kit, and we'll be back with Fiona to have a look at some of her incredible pieces. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a jiffy.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker.
Get creating stunning designs in no time at all with this brilliant introduction to Kumihimo DVD with guest designer Sarah Elvin. These easy to follow steps on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will show you the best techniques to get you started with this amazing medium. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
When we were with you last year in China, you had some big sizes that were clean, but today all the big sizes look very included. Is that what's coming from the mine? More inclusions?
Yeah. Have more better quality. Also, this is not clean.
Yeah, that's
have
right.
Clean material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like this clean.
so clean to one size, then above that the sizes are getting more included.
Every size can get, but quantity depends on quantity.
This is a lot smaller today.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago the quantity was great coming out the mine on the bigger sizes, but today the smaller sizes are nice, they're clean up to about half a carat, but beyond that they're quite included. So it's quite a good job we did a lot of business a few years ago.
Yeah.
Tiger's Eye is a really beautiful gemstone. We see a very interesting optical effect across the surface of this gemstone. When this gemstone forms, quartz silica replaces fibrous inclusions, and what we get from that is a beautiful chatoyant effect. It looks just like a cat's eye shimmering across the surface of this gem. It does come in an array of colours, but these colours can also be dyed. Because of the fibrous structure, the gemstone itself takes dye very well. Naturally, this gemstone tends to be brown to yellow, but we can see this gemstone in vivid pinks, greens and blue hues as well.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Chrome diopside, which as the name suggests, gets its vivid green colours from chromium. It's not a particularly well-known gemstone. Diopside, or sometimes known as Russian diopside, was first discovered in the early 1800s and derives its name from the Greek words dis and ops, meaning two-faced, in reference to the two ways of orientating the gem before cutting. Diopside is unusual in that it has perfect cleavage in two directions. To see more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people.
Star by time. Pink sapphire. We did have a strand of pink sapphire maybe a week ago, I think, or so. Faceted pink sapphire. Gorgeous. It's hard. I've bought you a lot of strands since then. It's hard to remember exactly what it was like. But for me, right now, in this moment in time, this is the nicest strand of sapphire. Pink sapphire. We don't get to see pink sapphire very often. Even when we're getting a multicoloured strand, you might get a few in there, you know, but not really a massive, massive carat weight. Here we are looking at 22 carats of genuine pink sapphire. The real deal. Now, when it comes to sapphire, I think other than diamonds, they are probably the world's most famous gemstones. Sometimes, you know, we come across people that perhaps don't work in the industry or are not particularly familiar with gemstones. So, you know, you might get somebody that says, oh, fluorite, I've never heard of fluorite before. Or, oh, seraphonite, I've never heard of that gemstone before. Sapphire, everybody knows what sapphire is, don't they? You know, we often associate this with royalty because of the royal engagement ring. It's been worn for centuries, kings and queens, for hundreds and hundreds of years. 22 carats. 22 carats of pink sapphire you have here. Faceted beautifully. Look at the colour. The colour is just perfect. Soft, subtle pinks. Aren't they gorgeous, Fiona?
Gorgeous. They're really feminine colours, aren't they? Oh, so beautiful.
Romantic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Valentine's Day. I would be tempted, and I know a couple of times guest designer Fleur has, not guest designer, guest designer Claire, apologies, has done some beautiful, you know, ring designs, white rings with little hearts. She did it with some garnets the one time. And I'm just thinking that design, gorgeous little hearts, you know, whether it be charms, you're using these, oh, charms on a bangle or in a bracelet. Oh, they'd just be perfect, wouldn't they? Such a romantic, romantic gemstone. Pink sapphire, I think it was, I'm not 100%, I think it was JLo that had a pink sapphire engagement ring. Yeah, yes, she did. Lots of A-listers, you know, Hollywood A-listers, celebrities have had pink sapphire, whether it be in an engagement ring or just in, you know, in another piece of jewellery. But when you see them, you would think, and you know, let's say we saw a Hollywood A-lister wearing a beautiful pink sapphire bracelet like this, you'd think they had spent thousands and thousands and thousands, or they were wearing it for a night to give back. You can own 22 carats of pink sapphire. If you've got any of your blue sapphire, put it with this. You know, if you've got any emeralds, they'd look incredible with this. The spinel that I have coming up for you later on, 20 past 4, deal of the day. Your beautiful black spinel strand with a pink sapphire there. Oh, hello, glamour. They look incredible together, don't they? What would you put the pink sapphire with, Fiona?
Well, I'm standing here, and I'm hoping the guest designer Sam is watching, because I need those pinks. I need both of those strands. I'm going to a wedding in the middle of February. Okay. And I'm wearing silver grey lace. A dark silver grey lace. Yeah. And I bought, it was on a while ago, a beautiful cabochon of rose quartz faceted. Wow. And it's a stunning one. And I was just thinking, those sapphires put onto a really lovely wire worked sort of small collar necklace. Okay. That was patinaed and then had those sitting on top. They would just complement each other. So you wouldn't need, with the silver as well, you wouldn't need to go with any other gemstone, just the pink sapphire and the pink rose quartz.
They're stunning. They are stunning. And I think romance, femininity, you know, you've got it all right here. This is probably one of those strands that you might save for a commission. You know, just keep it there. Not do anything with it just yet. Take your time over a design, make it really, really special. This is genuine sapphire that you have here. 22 carats, and we're going to take this down as low as we can. £24.95 is not your price tag. This is sapphire. Less than £1 a carat for you today here at Jewellery Maker. 0800 644 655. Isn't that shocking, Fiona?
I thought they were probably going to be about 48, 49.
Do you know, that's exactly what I was just about to say. £49.95. Brilliant. Wow. Brilliant for 22 carats of pink sapphire. Sharon in Lancashire. Deborah in Sussex, Christine in Essex, Collector in Cornwall, Margaret in Merseyside, Annette in Lancashire, Bryony in Berkshire, Rosalind in Tyne and Wear. Your win, congratulations to you. I'd be checking these out and getting them home as soon as you can. These are so high end. Do remember as well, get your pieces valued. I think quite often, especially here at Jewellery Maker, we tend to forget about that because we're paying such low prices. You might think, oh, I've only paid $6.95 or whatever. You know, there's no need, no point in getting it valued. But we're talking about genuine gemstones here. You know, these are worth, you know, and they are worth. You've got to go and get them valued, and especially this design. I mean, can you imagine using this pink sapphire, you know, interspersing them in a pearl necklace?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh wow, that would just look so decadent.
This would look gorgeous with peacock pearls, wouldn't it?
Oh, do you know, I don't think there's anything this wouldn't go with, but for me, I'm wanting to go high end. Really, you know, like your Tanzanite as well. The blue and the pink together would look incredible. Joan in Argyll and Bute, Wales and Parveen in Bedfordshire, Catherine in Essex, Collector in Tyne and Wear, you've got yours, Wales and Lorraine in Greater Manchester on the telephone lines, Katjana in Cumbria, Wales and Margaret in Merseyside, Annette in Lancashire, Bryony in Berkshire, you're there as well, congratulations to you. You will have to check out John in Essex has just got 2. Do you know, that's strong work there, John, buying 2 of these. £18.95, incredible purchase. For me, as always, these delicate strands, I just have a solid sterling silver clasp on there. I'd have the bracelet, solid sterling silver charm, and in fact, I'd probably have enough left over to do that again. or some earrings maybe. In a necklace, they'd look divine, wouldn't they? 0800 644 655. Well done if you've managed to check this one out. That's gorgeous. 18.95. I know. I know. Okay, let's do the kit. Now this kit, it wasn't until I saw one of Fiona's particular pieces. You know how I'm always talking about the Labradorite reminding me of the moon on the ocean at night time? Nailed it in that design right there, Fiona, I tell you. Oh, love this kit. I mean, look at that. Oh, wow. I love this kit. What a gorgeous, gorgeous design that is. Beautiful. There's so much in this kit. If none of you have worked with the bare copper before, it's fantastic. The results you can get with the bare copper are fantastic. We've seen yourself work with it before, Fiona. A guest designer, Laura Binding, worked with the bare copper. Gemma Crowes worked with the bare copper. We've had some phenomenal, phenomenal results with this. And it goes such a long, long way, doesn't it?
It really, really does, yeah.
It's beautiful. I love it. And, you know, with your liver sulfur and your patina as well, just phenomenal. You've got your bare copper sheet here, which is 6 inches squared, and that is 0.5 millimeters in thickness there as well. And actually, as all of the guest designers have said before, you know, if you map it out properly, use your pen, which will rub off afterwards, your marker pen. You know, map it out properly so you can get the most out of your sheet, because you can get a lot there. If you think, you know, for a cuff, it's actually the perfect size, perfect width for a cuff there. So you've got a 6 inch length there. For a cuff, you could just take whatever depth you wanted to there, you know, 1 inch, 2 inches, whatever, and you could get quite a few out of there. You've got your bare copper wire here as well, 1 millimeter gauge, and you have 10 meters. So the great thing about your bare copper is the fact that you can patina and use your liver of sulfur. So that is, you know, giving it that aged look, if you like. 10 meters right there. You've got your bare copper brushed stars. These are fabulous. How pretty are these? So again, you can use your patina and your liver of sulfur. You can stamp on these as well, as Fiona has done over there. Really great way of personalising something. Popping one of these into a pendant. Again, a charm would look fantastic. Initials on the back, a memorable date, or as it's very everywhere at the moment, isn't it? Like picture frames, famous quotes, or all of this kind of thing, like, you know, just a word like hope, love. Yeah. You know, I love that. That'd be fantastic. And you've got 5 of those as well. You've got your threading essentials pack there, your gold coloured beading thread. In the last kit we had the silver coloured beading thread. This one is your gold beading thread. You've got your monofilament, your clear elastic, and your gold beading thread there. Gemstones. These are lush. Peridot, citrine, and labradorite you have here. These are gorgeous. Look at these gemstones together. Just fantastic. Look at the labradorescence. Beautiful blues, gorgeous silvery greens coming through that. Exactly. Look at the quality. Exactly what we should be seeing with labradorite. Now your carat weight of labradorite here, you have citrine, peridot, the labradorite. I don't appear to have the labradorite carat weight on my list. 50 carats of your labradorite there. You have 40 carats of your peridot, and you've got 69 carats of your citrine irregular plane ovals there as well. Fantastic, fantastic bundle. Incredible gemstones. All of the bare copper here as well. It's fantastic for what you're getting. It really is. HSGC 49 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655, or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Should be £39.50. Oh, I'm happy at that price tag. More than happy. The amount you can get out of this bare copper sheet goes such a long way. We're going even lower. £23. £23.95. Both kits today under £50. That's fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. 0800 644 655. Welcome to Anne in West Yorkshire. You've just got yours. Wendy in Greater London, Lee in Cardiff, Fiona in South Glamorgan, Abby In Surrey. Dawn in Worcestershire, Isabel in Angus, you're there as well. Congratulations. Oh, look at the quality. See, I always think of the moon. Whenever I see Labradorite, I think of the moon.
And the way that this particular strand, all of that colour is coming out on that outside surface. Oh. It's just beautiful, and it reminded me of the moon. That's why I had a bit of had to go with that theme.
Oh, it's such a mystical gemstone, isn't it? I love it. Never ever get tired of gemstones. I will. Sharon and Cantor doing well done. Gillian, Rebecca, you all there on the web as well. Make sure you check it out as soon as you can. Now I'm going to pop over, whoopsie, and have a look at our Fiona's jewellery. These pieces are just out of this world, Fiona.
Thank you.
Love them. love, love, love. I love the bare copper. I love the results that you can get with your bare copper.
I love that. I just love working with bare copper.
It's that rustic look, isn't it? I don't know whose this chocolate is, but I'm just going to move it because somebody's taken a bite out at the end and left it.
Oh,
Laura Binding or Becky. Have a look. Oh, I've got to look at this one first because it is my favourite. So beautiful. I love the way you've twisted the Labradorite around.
I think with you know, all that's been on the news about the spacewalks and everything at the moment, stargazing and all that kind of thing. As soon as I saw that I'd got Labradorite, I had to do something that was stars, moon, planets, the space.
Yeah.
And then it's, you know, how they all sort of, all these galaxies go around each other.
I absolutely love your thinking behind that design. It's beautiful, really is a gorgeous design. How long did this one take you, Fiona?
That one took me the best part of about 10 hours.
Wow.
But mainly because it was getting it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The crescent moon, I probably did about 4 of those before I got the exact shape that I wanted.
Okay.
So, and you know, you've got to work with them all the time. So, I probably, I don't know, I say 8 hours.
Goodness me. Can I just show you the back of this as well? Because I think you can get the twisting in the wire is just, that's perfection. And look at the finish on this. It's incredible, Fiona.
Thank you.
Perfect. Just perfect.
And it's all come from the twisted wire, so there's nothing been added in.
Okay. That's fantastic, isn't it? What, just a perfect finish. This is just one of the pieces as well. Now, this is your favourite, isn't it, Fiona?
That's my favourite, yeah. I love that.
I love it too.
And that, believe it or not, was just made with leftovers.
Really?
That was just leftovers.
And that turned out to be your favourite piece?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And again, with twisting the wire, you can really create some structure, can't you?
Yes, you can.
With that as well. Fabulous cuff here. Look at this, using the bare copper. Love that. Peridot and citrine. Love that with the copper. Just gorgeous. That reminds me of Wonder Woman.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Love it. That's you. That is Wonder Woman.
Well, I'll try.
And these two designs are using the stars to stamp on. Just perfect. Great, great charms they are, aren't they, the stars? Fabulous. And look at that for Peridot heavy. My goodness me.
I know, I did go a bit heavy, didn't I, really?
I don't blame you, why not?
You know, I could.
Yeah, exactly.
So I did.
Exactly. So what are you going to show us then, Fiona?
I'm going to actually show you a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a straight cuff, but finish it the way that I did so you can see that. I'm going to stamp the middle of a... we might stamp the middle of a star. Yeah. We'll see how we get on with that. But I also want to show you how I finish this wire. So I think I'm going to actually start with the wire because that's the bit that I want everybody to be able to see how the end goes.
Okay.
Now, I started by pulling off 3 3-metre lengths of the copper wire.
3 metres?
3-metre lengths of copper wire.
Wow.
And when they're twisted together, that's one part of it, that's the rest of it.
Yeah.
So you've got enough for 2 of the necklaces and a bracelet.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Because obviously it shortens. Now, to do those, to do the twisting, I use the larger pair of these wire twisting pliers. And I always put the end, my workroom has a sliding door and it's got one of those handles that's closed at both ends. It's perfect for winding on. So that fits around my handle and then I snip it off.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do is just snip those ends off because I'm going to try to snip those ends off. These might ping across the floor. There we go. Snip those ends off. Just move that to one side. Now what I did then was to separate out where these wires had come from. And this, I'm going to do this as the end that's got the loop on.
Okay.
Not the loop, the hook,
Yeah.
sorry. And I'm sort of untwisting them a little bit. Okay, so they're like that. Now the lowest one, which happens to be this one, I'm going to move that down just a little bit more.
Okay.
And let's just move that back up a little bit. Going to just twist that so that I've got at least 3. There we go. In fact, we can go a little bit further because the more that you've got, I think the better it looks.
Yeah.
Personally. And then what I did, I just took some round nose pliers, did a little loop on that there, pulled the loop in, slightly twisted it round, and then I got flat pliers and just twisted that down there and squashed it on top of there. So then there's no rough edges on there. Okay. I then, with the next 2 bottom ones, it's not that one, it's that one there, go with the feel of the wire. So wherever they are naturally going to come out next, so for me it's definitely that one and that one. I used, well, you can use anything, I've got one of these little tools we had on a while ago, and I'm just going to bend that around to try and form half of a heart. So just on the one side, okay, so we've got half a heart. And then holding that down, again, I'm going to do 1 little or 2 little twists going round. Leave that at the end as it is just for a second, and then repeat that on the other end.
Okay.
You could use anything that's round, any of your round. So you could use your pliers, you could use your bail pliers would be really good. Yeah. But again, I'm just getting that little heart in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, holding it down with my thumb, I'm taking that back round as well. Crossing over at the back, and then again round nose pliers, and it's just now, the reason that I'm doing this here is just to get that so that you haven't got anything that's actually going to touch the skin and be uncomfortable to wear. So I'm just turning it in, and then I'm going to pull it in and pull it over. And if you're careful, one will fit just underneath the other. Okay. And just squeeze that down. There, that goes down there, and then pull that one back over. So you've got that nice neat end there. Okay. You've then got a choice really what you do with these. Now if you've got long enough wire as I have, you can then repeat what you've done. So again you can mirror that. I'm going to use that little tool again. In fact, I'm going to bring it further round this time. Okay, it just gives you this nice back. Again, pull that one round. And try to tease that in between where the other wires are sitting. Now on that one, I don't want to get too many more loops. So I'm going to just snip the back off with my damaged flush cutters, because they're the ones I don't mind cutting thick wire with them, because they're the ones that I mistakenly cut memory wire with. Which you don't want to do.
Oh no.
It kills them. Okay. I'm just leaving that long one up there. And all I'm doing really is, because that's obviously been twisted, it's been through quite a lot of pressure, so I'm just pulling that in and pulling that round. If you're doing this at home, I'm not, personally if I was at home now, I would be really, really, really unhappy with that. It's not going to sit right at all. In fact, I can't even do it on air. I can't have it not working right. You need to see it proper. Okay, that's better. So I'm going inside that one, but I'm going to just push it up a little bit, because I just want that to look like a little 3D heart. Okay, and again, twist that in, twist it over, and finish that in neatly at the back. Little twisting with the pliers there, just bend that in so that it's tucked in. And squeeze that in there. There's nothing then that's going to get your hand. Now with this one, this is a little bit different, because this one is going to form an S hook, or half of an S hook. So what I'm going to do is trim that to about there. I'm going to just turn a loop to make it, this is going to be my end loop. Okay. and that is going to be too big, so I'm going to just trim a little bit more off. You don't want this to be too long, because one thing you don't want is for it to be floppy. Okay. So that's gone over like that. Okay. And then take that loop again over there. Okay. Oops. And I'm just bending that over there. As I say, any of these will do. Now I'm then going to use a little steel block, and to work hard on this just a little bit, I'm using the chasing hammer. And I'm just only a few little hot. You're not beating it, so you're not beating all the life out of it. You're just going to flatten it nicely. And that is not going anywhere now, but you've got that little hoop so that you can now... So, and the other end will be exactly the same, but in this case you'll bring that loop back round and wind that one in as well. And that will form a part of your necklace. So I won't show the other end because it is the same process. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, if I can just, actually probably better if I talk you through putting the heart on. I made a crescent. Now with the kit we get the 1mm wire, and we get a lovely beading pack which goes on and on forever. Now what I did was I had an extra piece of 1mm wire. So I took I'll just do it just trim a little bit off here, just to show you. Now with that wire, which was around about 1 metre long, because I'd always rather have more than less. Of course. You know, you can't add it on. What I did was put a crimp bead over there, and the crimp bead, and even though it's 1mm, the crimp bead fits over.
Oh, fab! And
then I threaded a piece of beading thread through. Crimped it, wrapped the end round, so you've got the end there that you can, you know, sort of just wrap in as you want to wrap it in. And then I worked with the two together. So I threaded the Labradorite onto the beading thread, but worked with them both. So wherever you can see the 1mm wire, although you might not be able to see it, there is also beading thread there.
Just see it there. And I would never have seen that until you pointed it out. You can just see it comes down here alongside the wire, doesn't it?
And just when you're winding it round, when you're doing each of those little winds, keep some tension on those beads to keep them together. And what I did with the beading thread was wrap that twice around, and then I brought the wire over it and squashed it down. Wrapped the wire so that it's there. That kept the beading thread nice and tense. And then I just carried on loosely wrapping until I'd added it all in. And it was really, really easy. So that's the end and the basis of the talk. Now with the copper, which we'll have a go at next, I use a little round pot so that I could mark out the ends. Now on this one I'm going to show you straight, because I want, you know, I don't want anybody to think you can't have a go at this. How am I going to cut a curve in metal? You know, you can do this, you can keep a nice straight line, and all I'm going to cut them with is the wire shears, which are the metal shears, which are absolutely brilliant. You've also seen me cut through 6 1mm bits of wire, and it went through it like butter. So if I hold this up to the camera, in fact it's probably best there, it's best left. It's where I couldn't see it.
So is luster.
Can you see that?
What
I've done is I've marked along the, just see, I've marked along the line. I also found my centre point, and on one of the little stars I put a hole in each end. And having found the centre point, I've then just drawn the tips on there so that I know what I'm looking at, showing it with the show you the hole in the right place. So that's where that's going to go. So we'll go through doing this. Now, when you're cutting, you've got one edge that's serrated, and it does mark the metal. So what you need to do is turn that over so that the end that is going to be part of your bracelet is the flat end. And this is how easy this cuts. Because it's just like, it's so easy. And just bend that away. And what I tend to do, I go so far in, and I quite often then turn it round.
That's a good idea.
Turn these over, so because of that serrated edge, and then just go in from the other way. And as a beginner, you really want to sort of think, well, which is the easiest way that I'm going to work with this? I'm not going to do it. You can bend your copper away if it helps, because we're going to completely shape this in a minute.
Just got to be careful of the sharp edges.
You've got to be careful. Yeah, you have got to be careful of the sharp edges.
I've got the shears here for you. Actually, we'll do the shears today, and these are great as well because they've got a small hand grip and a larger hand grip to make it easy for everyone on there. You just need to alter the little notch on here as well. You've got your safety clasp on there as well, safety feature that's going to keep them closed when they're in your craft bag or just left on your desk. Really fantastic to use, and as Fiona said there, you can cook through 6 1mm wires with these at ease as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're fabulous. They're so many people rave about these, about the shears. We didn't have them for a while actually. I had a couple of shows where unfortunately we were doing the bare copper and I didn't have the shears to bring you, but we have got them now, so I would definitely be coming in for these. ZB BD 44, £14.95 for you this afternoon. Well done if you've already managed to check those out. Christine in Essex has got them. Althea in Midlothian, Collector in Greater Essex, well done to you. Greater Essex, Greater London, it was Christine in Essex, I beg your pardon. Anna in Kent, well done. Trishelle in Surrey, Linda in Lothian, Annabelle in Nottinghamshire, Lee Collector, well done to you in Holland. Fantastic. Get them home, give them a go. You're going to absolutely love them. And I think, you know, for anybody with dexterity problems on there, the resistance is fab again,
they're absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm also going to show, if I just move that out of the way, with those, I'm actually going to curve that round. I'm just drawing it by eye.
Okay.
If I was, you know, sort of doing this at home, I would be measuring that out absolutely properly. But again, now, when I was cutting the big one, I had it on the, and I have got small hands. I had it on the open one because then I was going to get the teeth of the scissors open.
Of course.
So I'm doing it on the smaller one this time. Watch that serrated edge. Okay, and take it around. And as you're cutting it, what I'm doing there is moving the copper. I'm not moving the shears. Apart from to obviously keep them on that end.
It's going to give you a more clean cut, isn't it?
So that gives you a nice clean cut over there. I'll mark the other. Whoa, sorry. Gosh, then you sent that over to you. So again, just mark the edges off. And that will just give you, it just makes it that bit more comfortable to wear. So again, checking the shears are the right way round.
Again, it's one of those tools, isn't it, that just if you've got the right tools, it makes the job so much easier, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, yeah. There we go. How easy was that?
Yeah.
You know, they just cut so brilliantly. Okay, so we're looking at that. That's my nice straight edge going along there. And that's the edge that I cut.
Okay.
Now, I've got a bit of it's going down here and up here, and I can see that it hasn't kept the line. Now, I can go straight back in if I want to and just try and cut that line so that gets nice and evenly. And there we go. That means there's a little bit less filing, but I'm going to have to file all of these. And here's our little half round, half flat file. Okay. I've got a bench peg in here already. And if you just take that up to the end of the bench peg, and what I do is I tend to just pull that just as it's slightly over the edge of the bench peg. I'm sorry, this is going to grate everybody's teeth. Are you okay? I'll do it as quick as I can.
It's fine.
I promise. But it's necessary, unfortunately.
It absolutely is.
I know when I first started metalworking, the very first things I did, I had my teeth all the time. It's like, oh no, this is horrible. In fact, the very first time I got my husband to do it. And then I thought I was a wimp. And he didn't do it how I wanted him to do it. So just get that on the edge. Now, that's much better than it was, but it does leave this roughness on the back. So what I then take is a sanding block. And I get these in our local sort of DIY shop, and you get about 10 for £1 or something. They're really, you know, but you are working just on, you know, you've got that flatness just to start with. There we go. That's nearly all gone already. And I'm going round the corners just to do those. I have to say, when I was sanding this at home, I mean, I'm doing it really, really quickly here. but actually it would probably take me a good 20 minutes
You
to get
spend a long time
I spend a long
checking
time.
and, somebody's just texted and asked the thickness of the metal sheet there, the copper metal. It is the bare copper. Sorry, it is 0.5 millimeters. The sheet there. It's great gauge actually, isn't it? Because it really holds its structure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it holds its structure, and I think as a beginner as well, it's nice to work with.
Yeah.
It's easier to get your skills together so that you can cut it, sand it or whatever. Now, if I was at home, I would really be working on this edge quite a lot more, but for speed, I'm going to just carry on.
Yeah.
So, first thing I did was just use the ball peen hammer, and I'm just randomly tapping. All the way around. I find this hard to do in a pattern. I'm just sort of quite random. I'm just going to do half.
Yeah.
And then you can either carry on and do that on the inside, or you can use our texture hammer, which is brilliant because it's got lines on one side and it's got dots on the other side. What I'll do, so that you can see the difference, I'll do one on one and one on the other. So this one I'm going to do the little squares. Can I just say as well, this is far easier if you can do this on a firmer surface.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got quite a lot of kickback on this because of the kind of counter. It's so noisy, I'm so sorry. That's that pattern. Let's do this as quick as we can. So then I'll use the striped pattern. I could bash this an awful lot more, but I'm really worried that I'm
crack the tile.
I know, you have to be so careful. So I'm not going to go anymore because
this
is really, but you get the
Sorry,
idea.
I can't hear you. My ears are still ringing.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly pop these on for you now because Fiona has just used a hammer. You do get the anvil with this as well. So the hammer, as we've just seen, for texture, it's brilliant with your bare sheets and in any of your blank stamps as well. Your little anvil here you've got as well, multifunctional. You can work hard on this. You can pop your wire in there and you can get your little wax wide cone. Well, we'll say wax wide cone, that's the actual tool, isn't it? Your cone with your wire if you want to for the top of pendants. You can do some doming in there to get some curvature in your sheets if you wanted to. It really is a handy little tool. And I love the fact that this is the mini anvil. You can just pop this into your craft bag and take it with you when you're on the move. You will get the mini anvil and the hammer with this one as well. 0800 644 655 or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. £9.95. Such a fantastic price tag, isn't it? It really is phenomenal. VNGC 29, great addition to this kit. And do remember 1 P&P in any one day as well. So it doesn't matter how many times you've already been in. 1 P&P, I love that, £9.95. Such a fab deal. Fabulous.
So I've just, because we've been sanding, I've sanded the marks off, handled them off. So I've just put the marks back on because I just want to get this front piece finished and then we're going to shape it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're okay on time for that one.
Yeah.
So, and I'm using the larger of the two holes in this. I think this is 1.2 or 4.
Okay.
Can't quite remember. I think it's 1.2. Pretty certain it is. This is the original one that we did. The Jewellery Maker branded one is really good because it actually has the sizes printed on. It just makes life so much easier. Okay, so then I'm holding the star over the top. Okay. And I'm going to take my 1mm wire and poke that through the hole. Okay, and I'm going to just take that up and over and bring it round the other side. And then I'm going to do the same. I've actually pulled it back a little bit. Let's poke it through there. Sorry. There we go. I think I've actually had a bit of a slip of the hole and it's not quite gone through on the same place.
Don't worry.
But that's fine because we can actually still get away with it. There we go. Pull that in there. Now I want to get this down as flat as I possibly can, because, and I'm just going in to start off with the pliers, going nice and flat, because we've also got those peridot and the citrine on the front. Okay, take that in there and press that one down. Okay, and I'm going to use the cutters just to, sorry Ben. Okay, and that's going to go, and I'm going to find those and just do a little coil at the back, just so it's nice and neat. Okay, and if you've got slightly bigger wire, you'd be able to do, and I believe Fleur might do this next week, you could make some really nice rivets and actually rivet this on, which does, it just gives it such a superb finish. But if you're a beginner and you really are just starting out, you want to keep that, and you see there's nothing there, this is absolutely fine. Okay, and then I threaded on a little piece of wire out of my kit. Now I'm not going to be able to do this at the second because I've completely filled the hole, which was not the best thing to do.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll use this again, and this time I'll take a hole that's really right at the very top of that point of the star. This is such a brilliant tool, it just makes it so
It's so easy, isn't it, as well? You wouldn't necessarily think that that would go through a sheet of metal very easily. But you can see there how easy that is. I mean...
That's it, that's just done just like that. So much easier. Okay, so I've got a piece of 0.25 wire here that, you know, if you've done anything already, you will have a little bit in your kit. I've so far put on 1 citrine and 2 peridots either side. I'm going to put on another peridot either side. Now, just to cover this, and then we're nearly done on this one. Obviously it's not a final version because we've only half hammered it and done the rest of it. Just feel how that's going to sit. That's going to fit really well. So poke that, just pop that through the little hole that we've just made. Okay, and the same with the other end. There we go. And then pull that nice and tight, and that is going to sit over there really, really quite nicely. Now what I would do then, I would slide that just behind that wire that we put in there already, and I would do that 2 or 3 times.
Good little anchor for it though.
It's a real good, and we know that that's a nice tight fit, don't we? In fact, I've gone 4 times. Pull that up and then just trim it off. Okay.
Oh, bless me.
Bless you. Then the same with that one. 2 or 3 times should really be enough. If you've got room there, it's okay just to put a few more.
Okay.
So this is a real beginner's go at making a bangle and putting something on it. And then just, you're not going to be able to put your pliers in now, remember, because you've gone over that, but you can hold it in your fingers. And then with the back of the pliers, just make sure that that's really nicely squidged down, which it is. Okay, so that's the first bit, the second bit and the third bit. So let's do the final bit. So I'm taking the bracelet mandrel. Now, I always start off near the top.
Okay.
And I'm bending that round just with my fingers, and it's going in really quite nicely. Now, the reason I start at the top is it will spring back on you, just like that. So, whereas if I did there, I was not going to get anything in.
You're not going to get anywhere, are you?
But then, what I would then do is hold that on there, really quite firmly. A little bit more hammering, I'm afraid, but it's less noisy this time. But very bouncy. Now, I'm not going to bounce over because it'll crack the side, but basically you would finish that off so that eventually, there we go, I've caught the wire. I'm really cross with myself.
Oh, don't worry.
But anyway, you get the idea. I've caught the wire. That's such a shame. I can soon put that back on, but that's it. So that's your bangle in shape, and then if you look at the backs here, they're still not quite in right. I would actually go back in with the hammer on a much firmer surface than this, so that you're getting very little kickback.
Okay.
And then that would blend in really quite nicely. And
That's
that would
gorgeous.
be I'm just disappointed with that.
Oh,
but anyway.
it's absolutely fine.
Sorry, everybody.
We've got the finished piece here. We saw you do it. We know.
So you can still do that. You can still go back in and finish that even now with that on.
Yeah.
But what I would do is finish the edges off all the way around here. You can mix your pattern, or you can have a single pattern. On that one, I just chose the dimple of the ball peen hammer. Which I thought was quite simple.
Yeah, it's just nice. It adds a little bit of luster, adds a bit more dimension to the piece as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Love that. I've got some more patinas for you here. Two separate patinas you've got here. In the first one, I'll bring you the moss, the verdigris and the jade first, these ones. These are fantastic. If you look here, you can see the effect that you get with your patina. It gives you that aged look with them. If you maybe think about the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty is actually made from copper, and the reason that it is green now is down to weathering. And basically, this is going to do that process a lot quicker for you. You have 3 pieces in the pack here. Each one is 5 fluid ounces, which is 14 millimetres for you. How much of this would you use?
You don't need an awful lot.
Yeah.
What I tend to do is put a little bit on a piece of kitchen paper.
Yeah.
But I'll do 2 or 3 different colours.
Okay.
So and then I'll dab them on.
Yeah.
And then leave them to completely dry, and then you can rub them back with very soft sandpaper.
Yeah.
And then seal it, and it stays there forever.
Brilliant, isn't
It's
it?
just
I love it.
absolutely
I think
brilliant
it's fantastic.
stuff.
£7.95 for all 3 you've got there as well. 0800 644 655. You can use this on any of the bare copper, so the bare copper wire that we've had, the bare copper sheet. If you've got bare copper jump rings on it, you can use your patina on those as well. EARQ03 is your code for this one. Well done, Lee in Cardiff. You're back in. You've been in lots and lots today, so well done, because you've got 1 P&P, just £2.95. Gillian in Bristol, Maxine in Tennessee, you're there as well on the web. Congratulations. Gail, Lillian, well done to you. Audrey, you've just joined me. Valerie, you're there as well. Kim in Cheshire, you've just joined me on the web. Congratulations. Do make sure you're checking out for these as soon as you possibly can. If any of you still have the kit in your basket, there are still some available, I know. Do make sure you're checking them out. And if you haven't come in for the kit yet, you can still do it. You could recreate some of these beautiful designs that Fiona's made here today. They're gorgeous. I love this design. Love them. You could recreate these, you could make your own. It's entirely up to you. I'll bring you the other colours then. So these ones, ruby, opalite and cobalt for you. Have a look at these. And as you say, the great thing is they're permanent.
Well, they're permanent, and because you can sort of pick your colours if you like. You can pick them to really set off whatever gemstones you're working with.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So you can really lift something.
That would look fantastic.
And it's brilliant on braided wire like this, twisted wire, because it sinks into the dips.
Yeah.
And then you can cut it back as much as you like, so that you've got some copper shining through.
That's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great, I love it.
Stuff.
Well done if you got the other one. Why not get this one as well and give these a go? CZRQ59 is your code for these colours. £7.95 again for you there, and you've got exactly the same size there as well. Well done, Karen in Hertfordshire. You've checked out straight away. Janet in Derbyshire. Don't tend to see these colours as much actually as the other ones, do we? So it's nice to have these ones. Abby, you've got yours. Janet, you've just checked out. Congratulations. Gail, you're back in. Lillian, you're back in. Elizabeth, you're there as well. Congratulations to you. I've got Collector in Lincolnshire. You're there. Congratulations. Collector in Greater London. You're there as well. Hold those lines. Excellent. Thank you so much, Fiona, for showing us those. They are fabulous pieces.
Thank you.
We will be back with Fiona in about an hour's time to see the challenge. You can't have a rest yet, I'm afraid. You can sit down though if you want.
I shall sit down now.
Fabulous. Right, coming up as your deal of the day. Half an hour, 4:20. Deal of the day is the black spinel. Luxuriousness. Oh my gosh. Going to a fantastically low price tag for you as well. Have a look at these. Oh, they're just so beautiful. Sparkle, glamour. Wowzers. Aren't these stunning? And after the break, it's going to be a little bit bonkers, isn't it? Not enough. 3-figure quantity, but not enough. Your solid sterling silver 925 earring findings for you. 10 pairs. 10 pairs of these coming up for you after the break. Now I'm going to squeeze in a couple before we have a little cheeky couple of minutes. What should we do? Oh, green kyanite. Oh my days. I'm not surprised. There's only, how many? 35. 35. Now, kyanite, it's my favourite blue gemstone out of all the blue gemstones. Green kyanite, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, never ever seen green kyanite before. Well, my goodness me, you have now. Incredibly. I don't think I've ever seen green kyanite here at Jewellery Maker. You may have seen it before at home. I've never ever, I didn't even know you had green kyanite. This is like as collectible as it could possibly be. Green kyanite, so rare and so beautiful. You've still got those blue hues, so with this you've got a real teal hue to the gemstone. Completely natural from the rooftop of the world all the way in the Himalayas. This gemstone comes from. Incredibly beautiful, completely natural. And for you to have that mix of colour here is fantastic. If you know anyone that is a collector of gemstones, please come in and get this for them today. They won't believe you if you told them they'd missed out on the opportunity to get green kyanite. 40 carats of green kyanite you've got here, 3x1 to 6x2 millimetres in size. Beautiful rondelles, 18 centimetre strand. Wouldn't this be great for gents pieces as well? Just perfect because of that colour that you've got in these gemstones. The greens and the blues give you a really, really nice teal hue that you've got there. VKGZ49 is your code for these ones. 0800 644 6 at £47.95. Okay, we're not even staying there. £47.95, incredible price tag. This is a collector's gemstone. We're taking £20. £20 off of that price tag for you. What an absolute steal of a deal you've got there. Green kyanite, 40 carats at less than £1 a carat. I think we're at about 65 pence a carat there. That's bonkers low. VKGZ49 is your code for this one. And there's so many gemstones on this strand as well. Get this home, use your 30-day money-back guarantee. I'd be taking this outside. Natural sunlight. You are not going to believe the colour you've got here. It's phenomenal, isn't it? If you do have this in your basket, by the way, it's all about confirmation. You need to be checking out as soon as you can. Well done. Woo! Look at these. Yikes. Oh, wow. These are so heavy. You've got such a huge, huge carat weight. If you want some luster in a design, my word, look no further. These are fabulous. Wow. Very, very glamorous, very chic. 930 carats of your golden coloured coated hematite. Your faceted rounds you've got here. 13 millimetres in. Do you know what? It would just take one of these in a design, wouldn't it? Just one of these in a design. Maybe with the black, was it black agate or black onyx that we had earlier on, the twisted rectangles? Just obsidian. One of these in with that strand would look incredible. Just that focal point, one of them sat in the middle of that strand would look fabulous. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 32 gemstones you have here approximately. 32 that are absolutely colossal. Simple pair of earrings, you know, just using 2 of these as earrings because you've got so much luster there. They've been faceted to add to that luster as well. MSKZ 43, £14.95. I mean, oh, Ben's shocked at that price tag. Ben, I think you should sit down for the next one.
I might.
Oh no, he's just dropped that. He's just knocked the clock over. He needs a rest. £9.95. £9.95. We are under £10. Just look at these for the neckline. Ooh. Oh, hello, glamour. How gorgeous are these? So, oh, you know you're wearing hematite. They are so, so weighty. Well done if you've managed to check those out already. If you're still dialing, keep dialing and make sure you do speak with the call centre. You'll be able to get those. Fantastic job. After the break, I've got your star buy. I've got your 925 sterling silver earring findings coming up for you. And I've got so many more treats, so don't move a muscle and I'll be back with you in just a few.
Join Mark Smith as he introduces you to the incredible world of macrame. In this DVD, Mark guides you along step by step into all the techniques you will need to get started for some fabulous new designs. This includes the tools of the trade, getting started, incorporating beads, finishing touches, and finally learn how to create the beautiful goddess bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
The colour of rose quartz ranges from a very tender pale pink to a delicate powder pink and can be transparent through to translucent. This gem has adorned ornaments and jewellery since ancient times. Known as the gemstone of true love, it's said that rose quartz allows you to get to know your true self and to love that true self in all its beauty.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Amethyst do Sol is a small Brazilian town in Rio Grande do Sul. 95% of its residents make a living from amethyst, which is why it takes its name from this beautiful gemstone.
In Rio Grande do Sul, all of your amethyst is formed in geodes. None of them are in big crystal structures like in the north of Brazil, but all of them are in beautiful geodes. And nearly all the mining takes place underground. Here's one that's been left by the miners in the host rock. I'm taking it that the quality here was not quite good enough for them. But it's fascinating, it's almost mystical to think that all of the amethyst in this region comes in this very, very unusual form.
Amethyst to Amethyst features vivid colours and incredible clarity, so our very finest amethyst is sourced from this remarkable town. Amethyst to Amethyst from Jewellery Maker.
When we were with you last year in China, you had some big sizes that were clean, but today all the big sizes look very included. Is that what's coming from the mine? More inclusions?
Yeah. Have more better quality. Also, this is not clean.
Yeah, that's
have
right.
Clean material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like this clean.
So clean to one size, then above that the sizes are getting more included.
Every size can get, but quantity depends on quantity.
It's a lot smaller today.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago the quantity was great coming out the mine on the bigger sizes, but today the smaller sizes are nice, they're clean up to about half a carat, but beyond that they're quite included. So it's quite a good job we did a lot of business a few years ago.
Yeah.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Coral is another organic gem material. This particular gem material derives its nature from sea anemones or coral-like branches that grow within the ocean. The coral we use at JM is all ethically sourced, which means it is dead and not living before we turn it into jewellery. It's not farmed coral, so it's not taken from the sea alive. Coral has a wavy-like structure, which can often be referred to as a wood-grain structure too. It is seen in many colours, but the natural colours are your more pink to red tones. Due to its nature, coral can also be dyed. And so we see it in many different colours, including whites, oranges, and even goldens and greens.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. I have coming up for you a star buy now. Solid